As the warm weather cools, I'm swapping in the pieces that actually get the job done. Warm, durable, and built to last. And Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season. Quince has the kind of fall staples you'll actually want to wear on repeat, like 100% Mongolian cashmere from just $60, classic fit denim, and real leather and wool outerwear that looks sharp and holds up. I've got my eye on their suede trucker jacket. It's perfect for layering and just looks really casual but put together. And I know that Nick is going to be trying to steal it constantly. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. These pieces have truly revamped my closet. Everything from Quince is not only so cute, but also such great quality and makes me feel like I can stop wasting my money on fast fashion and actually invest in pieces that will last me a lifetime. Quince has really become a go-to across the board. They have amazing bedding, bathware, cookware, travel accessories. Their expandable carry-on suitcase is so light and sturdy, but it has a removable laundry bag for your dirty clothes, which is key. Chef's kiss. Cannot get better than that. So layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/VIALL for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/VIALL. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/VIALL.
You're crazy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Viall Files. I am your host, Nick, joined by the household and my supportive, lovely, gorgeous, wonderful blue wife. She's You're dressed in blue. She's dressed in
I'm
blue.
an avatar.
She's a little Smurf.
Nice to meet you all. I'm a Smurf. Lovely.
What was the sexy
Did he
Smurf
just call
called?
you a Smurf?
He did.
Veruca Salt.
Was
Her
there
name
a
was what?
sexy Smurf?
Arugula Salt? That was the hot one?
Veruca Salt.
Well, you turned violet.
Oh, Violet.
Violet,
sorry.
you're turning violet.
There's no way they would have named the sexy one Arugula Salt.
Veruca.
Well, Veruca Salt was also like a 90s like grunge band.
By the
of
way,
girls.
the color blue represents calmness, stability, trust, and loyalty.
Ooh.
And sadness.
Me. Leia?
I'm just saying.
Well, we have a fantastic episode lined up for you. We got a lot of Bravo to get into. We got some Salt Lake City. We got some Potomac. We got some
Love is blind.
internet tea. Well, I'm just focused on Bravo right now. And then obviously the Love is Blind finale happened last night. And friend of show, Crystal Minkoff of the show Humble Brag, also formerly of Beverly Hills Housewives, is turns out a big Love is Blind fan. And she is going to join us to get into the finale. Unsurprising, a little sad.
Yeah.
You know?
I was crying.
Crying?
You were?
I did actually for one of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Which
but
one?
that- well,
Don't reveal.
We'll talk about it later, but I also did choke up.
What?
Well,
my
I
Do I feel anything?
I have a take that I'll save for when we get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Keep everyone on their toes.
We'll
Don't
circle
forget
back.
about me.
Well, if you haven't listened to the Going Deep episode with Brooke Schofield, that was yesterday, and boy, the internet was
Responsive.
responsive.
Mm-hmm.
Responsive. What a great word.
Yes.
I love that. We're going to use that going forward. Responsive.
They were responsive. One of my favorite things that several people said, I think we're tapping into a new audience with Brooke. I think
For
she
sure.
has obviously different audience than maybe we have. And so a lot of people, I feel like we're new to our sizzles.
Mm.
And like, obviously we make them literally like you're in an IMAX theater 4D trailer for the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
action-packed
Like, are
drama
you on a
thriller
podcast
ever.
or are you part of a true crime documentary?
Exactly.
yeah.
I think more hype than a documentary.
Or either one.
It's an IMAX 4D thriller action drama,
Yeah, 100%.
every genre possible.
It's Mission Impossible.
And the comments were like, not the serious music for this type of ad. What is this, the vibe of this, like acting like this is a documentary or like whatever. It's just, you're new here.
Marketing 101,
Welcome.
we got the people talking. We got you responding. We've triggered you.
I was gonna say thank you for the comment, like and subscribe.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a Gen Z thing. The internet is very reactive from what I've learned when it comes to Brooke and Tana, for better and for worse. And that can be a lot on your emotional health. But especially for all the haters out there, I am also just selfishly glad that she came on our show and had a really great experience, because truly that's what people do, is we make people feel seen and heard.
She just also has just I said this in the interview of like, You can do the most simple task. You can parallel park in front of a CVS pharmacy. And
That's not a simple task.
Okay. Okay. Fair point, Leah. It is not simple, especially in LA because everyone's honking at you and you're like, what else do you want me to do? How else do you want me to get into the parking spot? I have to back up.
That's an awful task, actually.
You're right. I'm so sorry. Let me rewind. She can do a simple task like checking out at the grocery store. Is that simple?
Yeah, I
Oh
guess.
my God.
Walking.
I'm
She
concerned,
can
guys.
walk and someone will be like, oh my God, Brooke Schofield ran me over with her car. And she could be like, I haven't driven in 10 years. Like, what do you mean hit you with my car? And it just like, and it will go viral and it will be massive and everyone will believe it as truth. And I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy. So to like have her on the couch and be like, guys, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. She's like, maybe I should just get rid of my phone.
What are some of your favorite comments, Justin? Not that we ever really do this, but
I mean, someone pointed out that they think your jeans are iron and they respect it.
Do you iron your jeans, Nick?
Could y'all
I do
imagine?
not. I do not. No.
Dry cleaned?
If in the morning I'm like taking care of River and Nick's like, hold on,
What makes jeans look iron?
gotta iron my jeans.
They said it was the pleat. So apparently you had a pleat in your jeans.
Do you get them dry cleaned?
I can show
No.
you what they look like unironed.
What?
How do you know what my husband's jeans look like unironed?
No, I
Leah?
just know what my jeans look like unironed.
I can show you what they look like unironed.
All right.
Shots fired.
Sexy. And she said it in like a slow, sexy voice.
It was a
too.
little insidious, yeah.
I can show you
It
what they
was.
look like. Unironed.
Nick, I saw you responding to a comment.
Nick's in the
Yeah, I
comments.
took a peek to see how people were responding to the dramatic sizzle early on, and I saw that one of the most liked comments was people's displeasure with my existence, which was fun.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did you respond?
It's just a red heart.
And it got a lot
Sending
of
love.
likes.
Yeah. My favorite comment was from YouTube. It says, Brooke, if it makes you feel any better, I've never heard of you before today, so I don't hate you.
From YouTube?
Yeah.
People's ability to
Yikes.
just be assholes when trying to be nice.
I
is
know.
astonishing.
Yeah.
Like
I
she has
know.
like she posts vlogs like all the time. Why would YouTube say that?
I don't know.
It's like kind of fucked up to like clown one of their creators.
No, it was on
Coming
the.
from, it's like a fan being like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
I
was
don't
just
know.
on our YouTube channel.
Probably a Viall Files listener who's never heard and just like decided to watch the episode. And
Oh, and the comment was on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was like a backhanded compliment.
I thought you were saying YouTube itself
Yeah.
commented that.
No, 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 no,
under
no, no, no.
our
That would be
video. And I
seriously
was like,
fucked up.
that
Yeah. No.
intern who is running that social media account should be fired.
It's kind of like when people are like, I don't get why everybody hates on Mary. I think she's all right.
Yeah, that's our favorite.
I think everybody should go listen. I think they're going to see Brooke trying to evolve and guess where she's going next.
Period.
we love that for her.
We have a great episode lined up for y'all today. Becky Robinson.
Yeah, Becky Robinson also joining us. You know her as the entitled housewife, making people laugh online since the pandemic, and she is with us. So get ready to chuckle for all you men and ladies out there. She's a real hoot, and we're happy to have her.
Hoot and a holler.
Hoot! She's a hoot. Did you guys watch Dancing with the Stars last night?
Of course I did.
Listen, am I the only one who was just like you think Wicked? You think what an epic movie, epic franchise. It swept pop culture with its release, but for whatever reason, I felt like the dances were kind of boring, kind of snooze. It kind of felt like people were walking on the dance floor a little bit. It just, I don't know. And I feel so much is tied to the music. I don't know. It just was like, starting with Daniel Fisher, it was all nice. This is not a note for the individual dancers, but maybe the theme didn't pair well with the dance floor. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a Broadway kid.
I love Andy. I felt like Whitney and Alex did great, but I felt like what I loved about their dances was like the acting.
The theatrics of it, yeah.
Yeah. And then I feel like Elaine Hendricks, her dance, like she won the night for me in just like dance.
Yeah, theirs
Like,
was probably the most entertaining dance, but it just kind of felt like there was, I don't know, when we went last week to dedication night, there was like, granted, it's dedication night, but like so much of the music choices, you just felt the energy and the dances and you were captivated by just everything. And it felt like I don't know.
Someone online said that Alex Earl had like, and I don't know
Hers was
how
pretty good.
much truth there is to this, but that she had like requested, I guess, the Popular song.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they gave it to Whitney.
Oh.
And people are saying that like she's like a producer
Well, I will say,
Like,
well, first
producers
of all,
really love
I
her
really liked
and-
Alex's dance. I thought that was a really good dance, and I think honestly, I think she's doing quite well.
She
She's
got
a
the
top
swish swish
contender.
twirl, right?
Yeah. Well, that
She
was
did
the
it.
thing. It was like Scott came out first, and it was kind of like, ugh. And to be fair, because I was like, it's kind of like Disney night, right? But I'm like, at least Disney night, they kind of get to pick a song or something that like means something to them or like their favorite. Where I feel like Wicked, it's like,
They don't get to pick. I was Pinocchio.
well, I was gonna. Okay, maybe. Sorry. I was just saying, I feel like Wicked's a little bit harder to if you aren't a fan of
Mhm.
Wicked to like
Yeah.
dance to this music and like not feel because like I was singing along to all of the songs, but like the dances, I kind of do agree with you, Nick, that I feel like they kind of fell short this week.
Granted, the soundtrack to Wicked is incredible, but like you're like, comparing it to Disney Night, where they can choose from so many different,
Yeah, they're definitely limited.
you know, it's like I feel like they were limited, and it didn't like hit as well as the rest of the nights have hit. But
They should do a Leonard Bernstein night.
they should do a WNBA night.
They should
Yeah.
do a WNBA night. Sondheim. I think I was thinking
I think
of
that's who you're thinking
Sondheim.
of.
They should let's do a pickup.
They should do an Angel Reese night.
They should. Get her on Dancing with the Stars. I bet she'd do great.
She'll be on next season.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Dylan doing the Ramba. Ramba's definitely one of the better
Roomba,
dances.
I think.
The rum-
Isn't a Roomba?
The Roomba.
Oh no, Roomba's
Roomba.
the vacuum.
No, that's a vacuum. Yeah, you're right.
I think
Rumba?
it's the Ramba. Is it not?
I think it's the
Maybe.
Rumba.
Dancing the
Roomba's a
Rumba.
vacuum.
Dancing the Rumba. It's still an Ephraim.
Nice,
Very good.
Leia.
His hips were hipping, his twirls were twirling.
Oh, maybe it is
The
Roomba.
Roomba is also is just like sexy.
Yeah, it's a sexy dance.
Was the
Sexy
Roomba
dance.
named after the dance? Or was the dance named
Cuban
after the
Roomba.
Roomba?
Because the vacuum does kind of like dance.
Yeah.
when it's
It's
going.
probably the
It's
letter.
crazy.
You know?
But back
Have you
to
ever watched it? It kind of is like,
back to the
Wow.
alleged drama between Alex and I guess
You know what I'm
Whitney.
saying?
That
Twirling.
is the one. If Dancing with a Star has any drama, which it has very little of, it will be, the dancers don't get to pick the songs, and the producers will, they will make you dance something that's not your favorite choice. It's a low-hanging fruit. So it's definitely possible. I would believe that rumor, so to speak.
Well, Bruno said about Whitney that he thinks we've discovered a star, which I was like, I wonder in what trajectory he means. But I was like, I definitely feel like Alex Earl's going to end up on Broadway.
well, I saw an interview after of them asking Whitney if she'd ever do Broadway, and she was like, "Oh my god, of course!" And she was
I
like,
mean,
"I gotta
Whitney's
work on my
dream.
singing."
Literally.
and just the performance aspect of Whitney is just so good. She's just, and then did y'all see Connor? He was like painted green. I mean, like the two of them, they're just
Committed to the bit.
They were so cute.
They are committed to
I mean, listen, Whitney is always committed to the bit. She doesn't matter what room she's in. She is full on committed to the bit. That has always been her strength. It doesn't really.
I was going to say, to be fair, she is kind of meant to be a star because she literally like has no shame in the best way. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like she just like puts out her
we know.
personality
To-
as is.
To be cringe is to be free.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that's like the most important lesson you can
And
learn.
sometimes
no,
it
but the
hits,
thing
and
is like
sometimes-
we've all been cringe. We have all had cringe
Yeah.
moments, and like she leans into them.
oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
you're
I
never
hide from
bored
them.
watching Whitney.
She has climbed Cringe Mountain and reached the other side.
She's even when Mom Talk started, you noticed Whitney. Her facial expressions were always like, why is she having so much fun in this living room with all these women? It
Mhm.
doesn't.
She was meant for
Some
this
of them were
moment.
like just doing the dance.
Yeah.
Whitney was always like,
Whitney's not boring.
no.
You know who else isn't boring?
Who?
The thieves who stole from the Louvre.
Shout out to them. That's like that's good work.
it's a real life Ocean's
It's a
11.
real
Yeah.
life Ocean's 11.
Like, so they dressed up as construction workers and like the idea of like disguises. Do you think that they like met up in some sort of like warehouse and like figured out
We
their
know they
exit?
dressed up as construction workers.
No, we
or
don't
you
know
just
that.
Role playing.
Yes, no, they do. They did.
So they haven't been caught though? How do we know?
Here's the thing, judging by Ocean's 11 rules, was there a contortionist construction worker? I want to know if someone was up in the rafters.
Basically, it says the criminals used a basket or lift to access a window on the scene-facing side of the building and used power tools to force their way in. The whole operation reportedly took 4 to 7 minutes. 8 priceless jewelry pieces, including items connected to Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon III's wife, Empress, and queenly sapphire emerald sets were stolen. One item, the emerald crown of Empress Eugene, was recovered outside the museum but found damaged.
Like, I don't know. I know that it's a terrible thing. And like we don't steal, but I'm also kind of like there's something like really badass about this.
Do we hope they not get caught?
It's like I don't know. Like,
Oh,
I
I'm
feel
rooting
like
for them.
It says the 2 high security display cases were targeted and 8 of the 9 items taken remain unaccounted for, including a tiara and a necklace worn by Queen Marie Emily.
No one got
Marie.
hurt. They stole a bunch of shit that ultimately we don't give a fuck about.
Also was probably stolen in the past.
The thieves forced open a window using an angle grinder and stole jewelry that has sentimental value and is priceless. 4 perpetrators appear to have been involved in the theft, who were unarmed but threatened the guards with the angle grinders. What is an angle grinder?
I'm gonna need to Google.
I don't
search.
know.
Mary?
But
They
I feel like
threatened
something
the
you would know
guards
about.
with an angle grinder. It does sound a little lesy.
It does.
it's giving Les. Who is it sentimental for? The French?
Probably
Don't care.
somebody owns it though, right?
And I would
They
argue that the
threatened them
thieves.
with that?
I would argue that the thieves don't think it's priceless.
It's $35.
Who knew you could get away with millions of dollars of jewelry with
Priceless.
a $35 angle grinder?
The fuck?
I mean,
Exactly. More people should heist. If you're going to steal, do a heist.
But the question, I guess, is it's like, okay, now you have these priceless jewels that are obviously like artifacts. What do you do with them? Like, are we selling them on the black market?
No, see, in the Ocean's movie, they get a jeweler, right? And then the jeweler is going to deconstruct
So, like, a
all of the
crooked
things.
jeweler.
A crooked jeweler.
Got
They had
you.
Mindy Kaling do it in Ocean's 8. And then she's going to give them all the little pieces. And then you go and sell those.
Typically, what actually happens
Wow.
when like art is actually stolen is that you end up finding it like a couple years later in a museum somewhere else.
I was
So
gonna s-
like a lot of it ends up going in like the black market trade of art, and like it makes a lot of money.
Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that obviously there's archives at a museum, but a lot of art pieces too, it's like they're owned by individuals, right? And then like given to the museum
I think it
to
depends.
display.
I think it depends because also a lot of European museums say that they were gifted when they weren't actually gifted. It's stolen
Stolen.
artwork or taken
Right.
from like colonization. But that being said, like yeah, someone does own it, whether it's the institution or it's a person that put it on display.
what's crazy is that the thieves dropped or left behind one item, the
The crown.
crown of Empress Eugenie, the wife of Napoleon III. They just like dropped a crown.
They're like, that's kind of ugly.
So Cinderella.
It features 1,354 diamonds and 56 emeralds. Like, why are we dropping that? Did we leave that behind?
Do you know how pissed I am that I wasn't walking down the street?
yeah.
But imagine being the person that walked like down the street, saw it, and was like a good person and didn't pick it up. Was like, oh, that's probably from like costume.
Some little kid's Halloween costume.
Okay, this is a great question of the like, you find $20 on the street. What do you do? Or
You
someone's
give it to
wallet
a
on the
homeless
street.
person.
What? Well, you find a crown with a bunch of diamonds on the street. What do? Are you turning that in? Are you like,
Yeah.
yo?
This kind of makes me though like want to, and I guess this is obviously like a question for my husband, but like invest in emeralds.
Oh.
You know, like all they stole all of these, an emerald necklace, a pair of emerald earrings. Like apparently emeralds are just full of history. And
Do we know if there was gold in there too? Because gold's like
Yeah.
what, like 5 times worth what it originally was like nowadays.
Do you know what I
Gold
learned about
standard.
gold on
What?
a podcast?
What did
What?
you learn?
Wow.
It is indestructible.
You could melt
can't-
it.
Yeah,
Nope.
but it's
Yeah, you can melt it.
But it's still gold.
it's still gold.
You can change its form, and it will never lose its shine.
Mm-hmm.
And like we don't know where gold came from. Did it come from outer space? Did it come? There's like a lot of these theories. Billions of years from now, whatever happens to this earth and certainly us as humans, gold, the gold on the real gold that you're wearing will still be here. Nuclear bomb goes off, gold still here.
do you think they're going to release security footage of this?
Well, how is that only interesting to me?
I don't have any gold.
Yeah, I
So-
just if you care so much about it, then let's get some more gold. Invest
Invest
Seems
in
like
a-
a good investment, Nick.
Invest in a gold bar. They're like 250,000.
a gold bar.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's get some gold bars.
Just hide them in the
It
safe.
would be kind of
Gold
baller to
chocolate
have
bars.
one gold bar at your house.
Thank you. I think
You have
so
to have them like
too.
stacked in your safe.
Yes.
That's how I've seen them.
That's gonna
By
be
the way,
real
we
currency.
have nothing of value at our
Yeah.
house. It is dripped to the bones. Truly.
Unfortunately for me.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll release security footage of this
I mean-
because
Everything that I've been seeing is like people being like, oh, like going to the Louvre. And it's like within like a couple hours or whatever of showing up to the Louvre, it's like, oh my God, we're leaving. And it's like, they thought it was a fire. They thought something was happening. And next thing you know, they're like, oh my God, someone stole artworks.
I hope they make a movie out of this.
They will 100%.
The thing about this heist is that it reads to me as Act 1.
Yeah.
You know, they're planning something else.
They
this
have to.
was
They have to
too
top it.
easy.
Yeah.
What happens is they do this and they're like, that was easy. Let's go bigger.
Yeah.
Let's steal the Declaration of Independence.
Actually, that one though, iconic. Steal that one.
Gen Z also so unserious about everything. I think it's like Minted. There's a website where you resell things, and some of the jewelry is on there.
Like not
It's not
really,
real,
though.
but it's like it's just new with
You know what?
tags.
They ate
What
with
is
that
Gen
one.
Z going to do when they turn 40 and realize the world didn't end?
Here's the thing: we're not gonna have Social Security. We're not gonna have anything. Might as well
No,
enjoy it.
well,
Yeah.
what do you mean what? I feel like Gen Z was raised on this premise that whether it's Mother Earth
Nick, we just got Gen Z audience.
or
Don't
the
scare
Social
them away now.
Security, there's no point to anything, and they have this kind of nihilist kind of mentality. What are
I
you guys going to
actually
do?
think they'll be fine because when
Of
you're
course they'll be
living,
fine.
well, when you're living with the like idea of none of this matters, like I can take risks, like sometimes it works.
I think we're gonna eat.
Not that I would know. I'm a very scared human, but
Jumping into reality recap headlines, did you guys see that Kelly from Atlanta Housewives hired Phaedra Parks to represent her in court?
No, but that's awesome.
Love.
I feel like a lot of people are surprised, but like, isn't Phaedra a practicing lawyer?
Yeah, it reminded me because I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that makes good TV. But also, she actually is using Phaedra as representation.
Why does she need a lawyer? What's
Yeah,
going
what's
on?
going-
Remember,
what's
it's
the
her.
case?
Remember Kelly's ex? Like she was in an active lawsuit with her ex.
Yes.
Was this the one that he was living downstairs?
No, that's true.
That's true.
No, Kelly's the
Um,
one that has owns the restaurants and
The
she
chicken
was
restaurant?
the chicken restaurant.
Is this-
and she
is-
was
this is
in
giving-
an active lawsuit.
Next season storyline?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think they're
Yeah.
actively filming. So
They are. This is like when
Sheree used Phaedra as her lawyer.
I was gonna say it's like when
Forgot
Kim
about that.
Zolciak and Kandi Burruss went on tour together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, it reminds me of
know.
Heather Dubrow when she was like, just so you know, just because like somebody's a doctor on TV doesn't mean that they're not a doctor in real life talking about Terry.
mhm,
And I'm
mhm.
like, yeah, Phaedra is a practicing
Well, I think
lawyer.
most people assume that like lawyers or doctors who are on TV, maybe they did it in the past, but they're not necessarily practicing these
for
days.
sure. Yeah.
Which I think
Uh-huh.
is often true, but
I would let Meredith
Apparently.
Marks represent me in court.
Just imagine like Phaedra, her energy she brought to the turret, but like in a courtroom, and she's like, objection.
Oh,
I would not kiss your
No,
ass
like-
for a rose.
Closing
Mhm.
arguments.
Yeah.
She's won.
I just want to see the looks, the court day looks.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys see that Bravo is doing a new series with Heather Gay called Surviving Mormonism?
I did.
Did you guys know Heather Gay was Mormon?
Yeah, once upon a time. Yes.
I thought this was fake when I
I-
saw it.
Kind of seems
she's
like a
really
bit.
she's really going after she's really monetizing going after the church these days.
Good for her.
Yeah. Well, thinking of her evolution, because she had, what was the first one? Bad Mormon.
Mhm.
Then her second book was Good,
Good
Time
Time
Girl.
Girl.
Mhm.
And now it's Surviving Mormonism. So she's slowly like trying to out the Mormonism part more.
It's captioned as Real Stories of Secrets and Sin. The first episode of the 3-part limited series Surviving Mormonism with Heather Gay premieres November 11th on Bravo, with all episodes streaming November 12th on Peacock. And
Interesting.
Bravo Andy said, "This is so brave and great," in all caps. And
I'm sure it is interesting.
all
I'll
the
be
girlies are
watching.
supporting
I'm
her
gonna
in the
watch it,
comments.
yeah.
I'm for sure going to watch it.
I wonder if they'll have any of
For
the
sure.
Mormon wives.
Oh.
Hulu,
You know, a little
Bravo
crossover?
might be.
Do you think Bravo
I
would do
mean,
that?
They have to be doing some sort of like crossover.
If it's just
with
like
all
a
of them.
spin-off of Salt Lake City Housewives, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't think it is. It's giving like a history on
sure.
And like people who
they
were wronged by the
wouldn't
church.
bring in Hulu talent for
Yeah.
a Bravo Peacock show.
I don't know.
It is interesting though, Sierra, if you've recognized, they haven't done like housewife spin-offs as common as they used to do them back in the day.
Well, because people aren't really like getting married and things. It was always like a wedding special, like Tamara and Eddie's wedding.
Or like Kandi and her family. Like, but I feel like there were other things that weren't just weddings, but they
Yeah.
haven't
Like
done
Kim
it.
Zolciak.
Don't
had
be
her
tardy
own-
for the
Don't
party.
be tardy for the party.
Okay,
And it's like recently, like this is, I guess, a sign of them potentially bringing back like the small spin-offs. Like Wife
Mhm.
Swap is a small spin-off.
Who
Yeah,
would-
Is it out?
Wife
Angie's
Swap?
just aired, yeah.
I gotta watch Angie's. It's
We
gonna be
gotta watch
awesome.
it. Yeah, it actually. Like, we were watching the preview for it. It looks good.
Yeah, that was like pretty good.
Well, speaking of Angie Katsanevas, we had a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City episode, and we have a rapid recap for it if you missed that episode. Reeling from the mystery of Soup Man, our heroes, women, face their next roadblock packing for a super yacht. Lisa acknowledges her communication issues with John may be a little bit because of her, but only a little bit. Otherwise, she is perfect and has never done anything wrong. Angie wants to make things better with Mary, so she brings her yerba mate as a peace offering, which is very household member Kyle coded. Oh, Kyle. Yes, of course, Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Mary says her and Angie aren't sisters anymore because Angie made fun of her farts. But is that not sister behavior? Also, according to Mary, it was the dog that farted. And Mary has never made fun of Angie's farts because she is kind at heart. Anyway, in order for them to be friends again, Mary makes it clear that she will no longer tell Angie when she farts. It's called boundaries, people. Then we go to Lisa and Heather, where suit man clarity is finally given. Lisa meant suit man, which was just a line pulled out of her ass. Heather is like, you and Angie are the same person in different fonts. Give it a rest, Divalina. Also, Brittany kind of reconnected with her daughter. And then big news, Meredith chipped her tooth and bruised her toe, but still decided to wear heels while hiking with Heather. That's share-level mother behavior. While hiking, Heather continues to stir the anti-Lisa pot and tells Meredith that Lisa definitely tried to get Angie to dig up dirt on her. Meredith believes Lisa would do this, but doesn't care, presumably because of the dirt she has on her. And you know what else is dirty? Bronwyn's recent identity theft allegations. Bronwyn claims the case is 10 years old and legally sealed, so she can't talk about it. But what will she say is that Lisa probably started the rumors. Overall, what constitutes a super yacht? Does that insinuate the existence of a poor man's yacht? Is that not just a boat? Discuss.
It was a really good episode.
It was
It
awesome.
was a good
was a
episode.
great
A lot of
episode.
good layers. First of all, I absolutely loved Heather confronting Lisa finally.
Yeah.
I just feel like more of that.
And she didn't
Yeah.
hold back. She wasn't like, she was like, no, listen to me. Even when Lisa like started to cry and get upset and like seemed like she was going to storm out, but she had a couple of things in her hands that she was like, oh, I guess I got to pay for these. So I'm going to stay here and
Or
wait.
$100
Why is
bills.
also Lisa like holding a stack of
So
hundreds?
much money.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was kind
Like
of
so much
wanting
cash.
people to see it.
It was pretty
Like
cool.
it was a prop.
It was the same way with the name dropping and the event setup being like, oh my God, and this is for Ben and this is for Brad. And
I
this
live
is
a
for, like,
different life than
yeah.
you.
She's
Yeah,
trying-
I truly don't know people who are as rich as her that still carry cash.
I know a lot of people that still carry cash, especially hundreds. So
It's
I think
kind
she
of
is that
Yeah, but they
person.
don't hold it like Monopoly money. And,
She was like
feather
folding
it.
it up.
She was
She was like
saying.
counting it out.
She was like
how much do
waiting,
I have left?
waiting for her monocle to arrive.
This one's
yeah.
at Justin, but I'm like, it's kind of giving Dorit getting robbed for the second time with a stack of bills in
Okay.
her purse at TJ
Well,
Maxx.
think about it. They're
Yeah.
literally doing a scene. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Is she actually checking out while doing the scene? Like, obviously not. So she's standing by the register just to hold a wad of 100s.
No, call me naive. They're asking you about if you want to sign up for the credit card. I'm over here like pausing, counting my money. Heather's over
No,
here telling
she-
me I'm a bad friend. I'm like, hold on, I'm
Just-
trying to just count my 200.
Lisa went before filming said scene when they clearly were like went to a boutique store of a friend, said, hey, can we do a housewife scene? Lisa went to the bank as if she was going to Vegas and took out $3,000 or whatever it was in $100 bills so she could hold it. I mean, she was literally be like, are they in the shot? Like
It was more
crazy.
like 600. I did count her bills.
Whatever.
Not you counting Lisa's money.
I didn't
Counted
actually,
the bills.
but
Listen, I'm not impressed unless it's a gold bar.
Period.
True.
can you imagine?
For those who are fresh from the ATM.
Could you imagine? I can 100% see Lisa like dropping a
gold
gold
bar.
bar on this small mom and pop shop boutique and being like, that'll pay for it. And it'll also pay for your new extensions and some teeth whitening.
That's a good
and
idea,
some
actually.
acne
Let's pitch
cream.
that.
I see her like throwing a gold bar at Angie.
Listen,
Anyways, but
Totally,
shout out
yeah.
to Heather for really, standing her ground
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
backing down.
I
when
did.
the-
I
when-
did feel when Lisa like wanted to run away, and Heather's like, "Wait, no!" and like grabbed her arm, and I was like, "That's a true friend. Like
Well,
that's
she was
what we
like,
need."
What do you want me to
trying.
say?
It was the same thing that Mary did to Angie when Mary was like, "No, cut the BS. You both are the issue." Like I
Yeah.
think they
I-
both needed
I-
that.
Didn't understand the farts and the dog farting and then Mary farting. I was like, who's at the end of the day, who is farting?
But
Mary.
Angie is stronger than all of us. The way that Angie was fighting back laughter, because there's no way that I could have had that conversation seriously with my
You
friend.
saw the moment, too.
literally-
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
swallow it.
She was like, "We're doing a scene. We're doing a scene. We're doing a scene. I can't break."
when she kept going, I was like, there's no way this is what we're really fighting about. And then they just kept going.
It was the fact that Mary was like, "We're not sisters," and then she was like, "You said I farted," and I was like, "That is,
Yeah.
you guys are sisters."
You guys are
sister.
sister.
And it was really, honestly, like I have never been so heartwarmed and emotional over a conversation about farts.
Me too.
It was really sweet.
I know a lot of people are freaking out over Kris Jenner's recent plastic surgery, and I'm not in any way projecting or making any assumptions. But Heather's glow up, and Nally's pointed this out several times from watching it recently. First of all, she's looking fabulous this season, just like fresh, But from her chin down, whatever she's doing, how are people not just begging for her routine? Her surgeon.
Like, I don't know what airbrush, what foundation, what body cream, what body lotion, what body blurring foundation, or if maybe that's just her skin in general, but her chest and her titties look immaculate.
Heather
They,
Gay?
Like
honest,
she's
it looks
like
AI.
she's
It's crazy.
Like she's in her 20s, and
look
like
at her ITM.
and not to call it any other specific housewife, but when it comes to the ITMs, there are other housewives in some of the outfits they choose where like it's just not as flattering, and they seem to be in the same age as Heather, and Heather looks incredible. Like it's unbelievable. I mean, I just shout out to Heather.
I think you guys got to go to Beauty Lab
I
and
was gonna
Laser
say.
to find out.
Before we move on from the fart, though, I do think Mary was valid from first time's a joke, second time's like, okay, kind of funny, third, fourth time, okay, now it's rude. So I think she was valid for that.
I don't know. I feel like
Because now you're embarrassed. You're shaming her. Oh, you farted? Like, you're making fun of her.
Okay, Justin, there are things you make fun of me for all the time.
And I do it once and I let it go.
I don't know about
I do
that.
it once and I let it go.
And I still love you.
Thank you.
So bullying is a matter of repetition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
But Nick,
Uh,
how did you feel about Mary setting boundaries about this? You know, she was like, "I'm not going to tell you when I farted." Is that a good thing from Mr. Ask Nick Guru?
Yeah. I mean, Mary's very good at
why?
enforcing her
But why does
boundaries.
she tell people when she farts?
I don't think it was confusing too, because she was like, I told you, but then it turned, the revisionist part was like,
It was the
no,
dog.
the dog did it, and then you assumed it was me, and my fart would never be that smell.
And then they cut to the dog, and the dog was like, "Why am I being brought
The
into
dog
this?"
was like, wasn't me.
It was kind of beautiful though to see Mary be like, I only have these friendships every 20 years. Like, I don't see the future without you, and that's why this is something that like really needs to like
"Yeah,
be fixed.
I do love their friendship. It was also nice to see Brittany and her daughter. It did feel very much like a scene, you know? It was very much like, okay,
Mhm.
Olivia.
Well, they got
Brittany,
into
give
it. I mean, it was
us-
clearly new for her daughter. I mean, it is new for them.
Olivia
But
did really well."
No,
I thought
100%. But it just felt,
she
it was
warmed
like the
up
first
at
time
yeah.
we see him and it's like this heartbreaking, which I guess
Yeah.
We do have Brittany Bateman on next week for an episode of Going Deeper. You are not going to want to miss. It was everything I hoped it would be. She was wonderful. It's very much what I love about Going Deeper, especially for people like Brittany, where I think what you see on TV isn't the whole picture of what you see in real life. And it was just really great to get to know her. And I think she's really a star. And I hope you guys check it out next Wednesday. It was a great episode. And we get into all things Brittany, her background, her childhood, her relationship with her daughters, and certainly Jared. That's all next week, Wednesday on Going Deeper. But
speaking of getting into history, Bronwyn's recent identity theft allegations, the way that Bravo platforms any rumor about them is crazy. Like, I feel like we could post on the Viall Files and be like, oh, Mary did this, and then it would be like in the next season clipped, and it would be a storyline. Like, the way that they just will take anything at face value and be like, put it in the episode.
Well, I think it's because the girls were talking about it, and it's juicy, so they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about it."
It is a really big headline too. Like, I remember when that came out and everybody was like, first of all, what? The second of all, there's no details, and that's like a wild like accusation to be labeled.
Bronwyn's response with "it's sealed" is also kind of sketchy,
Well,
It's
but
also
also I
weird
get it
because she's been with Todd for what, 10 years?
Mhm.
So it's like obviously whatever this may or may not be happened over a decade ago. So to resurface it while she's like
Mhm.
married and it make it seem as if it was like
Mhm.
current day, like she stole a car and identity theft.
Well, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do that all the time.
It sounds like she was also in college, and like we know the timeline that she was really young when she left BYU. So I'm like, even if the reality is Lisa was the one to bring this up, which I don't really think it was, but like that's like
it's giving. Bronwyn tried to get into a bar at 18 with a fake ID and is now being accused of identity theft.
Like something
Yeah.
so stupid for sure.
Yeah.
But they're like, yes, headlines of a housewife. She's going to jail next.
It's kind of, I think she should lean into it. Like, it's really cool.
I mean, Todd hates it.
Yeah.
Todd
Of
is
course
like
he hates it.
Todd is like another reason why you need to not be on this show.
literally.
The fact that he has
It's
to,
ruining
she
my
has to
life.
bribe him with ice cream to come on camera.
We were actually
No,
out
the way
to,
that sorry, I just noticed this. The way that when they were eating ice cream and she's talking to him about Lisa or whatever it was, and she gets upset and she starts to cry, and then she just like is kind of crying, but then also like eating the ice cream. I was like, this
Me
is
too.
the most like watching you on your couch in your darkest days, like shoveling ice cream while you're crying with your husband. It was crazy.
Bravo's a very fascinating world, and we are actually out to dinner with Crystal and her husband Rob the other night, who will be joining us momentarily. And we were, talking about her experience in Bravo and talking about just like the decision to do the show, to not do the show. Obviously, Crystal and Rob have a dream life And Crystal like clearly doesn't need it and chose obviously to leave the franchise. And the Bravo community and specifically the housewives, it's really fascinating for the people who like don't need this shit, right? I think the best housewives and the most committed housewives and Bravo benefits from the people who need it, who like rely on this paycheck, who like, you know, get into the weeds. And Bronwyn is another person who, look, this is a choice. And Todd is constantly reminding her, like, we don't need this. And I think you're watching the decision-making process between this couple of like, is it really worth it? I have no doubt it's fun. Bronwyn gets to like showcase her fashion and be considered, you know, as a, you know, an influencer in the fashion community. But like, it definitely comes at a significant cost because this world like doesn't fuck around. Your relationship in your life is on full display and you will be accused of shit that's not real, or the smallest things will be blown out of proportion. And it's a really fascinating world to decide, like, do I really need this shit? Because like for the people who don't, it's very easy to say this shit ain't worth it. It's
what Todd was saying when he said, look, like you can decide to go, but like you already know what's going to happen. And if you come back, like I can't say I'm
you're a big girl. Like I don't need to hear it. Like own your choices. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with Todd there, you know?
I am excited to see them all on a super yacht because I feel like when they're stuck together for more than 2 days.
Like, where's Lisa going to storm off to?
The ocean.
Downstairs.
Under the sea.
Also, this like below deck crossover, it's going to feel like my favorite episodes of Vanderpump Rules when they would do crossovers with Beverly Hills. And it's like you would see them as waiters, like talking shit about them at the table.
Is this a below deck crossover?
It's a below deck crossover.
Oh, wow.
Below deck down under.
So we're going to see the below deck people working, being like, they're fucking killing each other. And then you're going to see the housewives like running around, storming off, crying.
This is going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Well, all right. Well, our guest is here, Crystal Minkoff. She is freshly new, a new big fan of Love is Blind. And she was like, I'm showing up. She's crashing the party. Well, yeah, obviously, before we do, we'll have some questions about all the Bravo tea floating in the Bravo sphere. And then we'll get into some Love is Blind with our queen, Crystal Minkoff, who also has a very special announcement about her and Cynthia's show, Humble Brag. That is all up next. If you're sleeping hot and sweaty, it's impossible to get a good night's rest. And if your solutions are blasting AC all summer and doing constant pillow flips, you've got to check out Coop Sleep Goods. I had a great night's sleep last night, and thanks to the help of my Coop Sleep pillow, it's incredibly, you know, they always say cooler than the other side of the pillow. Now, both sides of the pillow will remain cool all night long. Regardless of the season, you want a cool and comfortable pillow, especially in those hot summer months. But even when the seasons change, you want just that crisp feel of a cool pillow whenever you're sleeping. Coop's cooling collection has been a game changer for hot sleepers or for staying cool during the summer months. It features breathable, temperature-regulated material designed to wick away heat and moisture, so you stay comfy all night long. You can get a free pillow consultation with their sleep expert to optimize your sleep. You get a 100-night sleep trial, which I don't think you'll need, but it's there if you want. As soon as I got my Coop Sleep pillow, I was it was love at first sleep, so to speak. 86% of sleepers reported better sleep after switching their pillow to Coop. With 100,000 five-star reviews and over 1 million happy sleepers, it's no wonder that Coop Sleep pillows are the most popular pillow in our household. You can adjust your Coop Sleep pillow to your perfect amount of stiffness or, you know, flatness, whatever you like. Every pillow comes with an extra half pound of 100% freshly manufactured cross-cut memory foam and microfiber. Upgrade your sleep today. Visit coopsleepgoods.com/VIALL and get 20% off your first order. That is Coop, COOP, sleepgoods.com/VIALL.
If you're dealing with hair issues like thinning or shedding, but feel totally stuck on what to try next, I get it. I have been there. There are so many products out there, and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's exactly why I gave Nutrafol a closer look probably 6 years ago. It's not just hype. It's physician formulated, clinically tested, and even recommended by dermatologists. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. Anything truly worthwhile takes time and effort, and with Nutrafol, see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair and less shedding in just 3 to 6 months. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. I recently posted my hair 2 years ago and then my hair currently now, and the difference is shocking. And so many people wonder what I did, what I do, and it is Nutrafol. I honestly swear by this product. It's why I've taken it for so long. I've taken every version that they offer. I've taken their women's hair growth nutraceuticals. I've taken their postpartum one. And I swear that is the reason that I survived postpartum hair shedding is because of Nutrafol. So if you want to see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol for a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code VIALL. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code VIALL. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code VIALL.
If you're not buying single-ply toilet paper for yourself, then why are you giving your cat outdated cat litter? Make their bathroom experience better for both of you with Pretty Litter. It's soft on their paws, and their paws stay fresher longer, and it's easier to maintain, not just a pretty litter. Pretty Litter is nice on the eyes, but it's so much more than that. Pretty Litter helps monitor your cat's health by testing acidity and alkalinity levels and the visible presence of blood in your cat's urine. Pretty Litter ships free right to your door, so no heavy bags to carry and no last-minute pet store runs. Pretty Litter's crystals are safe for cats and people alike. Advanced odor controls means your home smells like a home and not a litter box. Their ultra-absorbent formula uses less material than clay litter, reducing waste and saving money. Ideal for apartments, busy lifestyles, and multiple cat households. You all know Mary, part of the household. She is a cat mom and is always raving. She walks in the office and just talks about Pretty Litter. Her cat, George Michael, has really upgraded his life thanks to his mom. Right now, save 20% off your first order and get a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/VIALL. That is prettylitter.com/VIALL to save 20% off your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/VIALL. Pretty Litter cannot detect every feline health issue or prevent or diagnose diseases. A diagnosis can only come from a licensed veterinarian. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Crystal, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm blending in. I feel very much at home over here.
You look
You look
cozy.
so
You look
chic.
cute. Yeah, very chic. Very sweatpant chic mom.
Thank you. I was thinking about this morning. I'm like, I'm sort of past the point of needing to dress up for you guys.
Yep.
Like, I'm just gonna roll out of bed and come on over. And
if that's what you look like rolling out of bed, I mean, props to you.
thank you. No, I
Must
feel
be
good.
nice.
Very
Well, we're excited to get into Love is Blind with you. Obviously, we had the finale last night.
Mhm.
You're a recent new fan. You dived into it. But before we
Yeah.
dive into Love is Blind, we're going to pick your brain about all things Bravo for a moment.
okay.
I was telling the audience that we had dinner with you and Rob the other night, and we were talking a little BTS about Bravo.
hmm
But we couldn't help but notice the new kind of wife swap show out there. And it does look entertaining. But is it true that you were asked?
Yes, I was. In fact, they asked me to be episode 1.
Ooh.
It was gonna be you instead of Wendy.
It was no. It wasn't Wendy. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay.
There was someone else that I knew. They had told me. They never said the names, but they were like, they told me the cities. And then, they were very specific that wife swap, they wanted to have elementary school age children. So it was kind of easy to figure out who it was who.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they said we wanted to be episode 1. I brought it to Rob and he said no. I brought it to the kids. And then they said no. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks online that people like love it and kind of made me a little bit like, should I have done it? But
Absolutely
the
not.
problem is the thing is like what Rob says, like you don't know what the tone is going to be. And I think Angie's seems from what I'm seeing super heartfelt, and which is sort of the direction I would have liked to have gone, but you just don't know.
Yeah.
But I have to imagine the ones coming up are going to be more comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
Mhm.
can't all be heartfelt, so there's got to,
I don't think they will be based on what I'm seeing, who they
Yeah.
picked. So
And I don't think they're all going to be flattering either.
I don't think Emily's is going to be the most heartfelt.
correct. I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to be flattering. That's exactly. And that was Rob's thing, was like they didn't tell us the tone because they said we're not going to know the tone until we film it, which is reasonable.
Yeah, which is basically like, it depends on what your family looks like and how people respond to you. Like when it's open-ended, it's very much open-ended. Like if there are reality TV shows, because of how reality works, right? You know this, Crystal. Like there are some shows that truly aren't as messy or is risky for some reality TV stars. And if in those rare cases, you'll hear about it. You'll be like, this is not what this show is. This is not our intention. Because if that's what it is, those shows really want you to know, because they don't want you to say no for something that's just not something that you have to worry about. The fact that you got a response is like, well, we'll have to see, what happens when you show up is like the biggest red flag of like of risk avoidant people. But it brought up a fascinating discussion that we had at dinner with you, which is, when it comes to reality TV, specifically Bravo, there are people who do it out of curiosity, do it for fun, do it to mix it up. And then there are people who do it because like they have to, they need it. Like the funds that they make from being a Bravo celebrity, or just like for some people, they really, they were in the public eye. Maybe their star faded a little bit and they needed a bit of a bump, as opposed to someone like you who kind of like independently successful. You have your businesses. Rob obviously crushing life. You guys have your thing going on, and it was an opportunity that was presented to you and tried it out. And it seemed like from where I stand, that was just kind of like, you guys ultimately just made it a choice where it's just like, it was fun, it was interesting, but like, I don't know if I need this shit in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I think as you guys get to know Rob even better personally, I think he's sort of the non-house husband personality. He's game for things. I think for this situation, I mean, we obviously had like him and I talked about it, our family talked about it. For him, he's like, look, like, we'll be here to support you if you want to do Housewives, like, because we're very much in the background. And, for him, he doesn't become one of those main house husband characters. He's like, but this, the way they were filming it, he's like, like I said, I haven't seen the show, but like the women come to the house without me. And he's like, so we're going to be filming a TV show on our own. And like, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like we're here to help you. And so if you went on your own and we FaceTimed you or whatever, that's a different show for us. But like, they were going to be at the house while I was away. They have 2 crews. So it's happening at the same time. And he's like, that feels like this is your thing. It's not our thing. And that's not really fair to the kids because they don't want to do it. And so if you're around to like be the buffer, that's one thing. But they said, this is not really fair. And we asked them directly. And, like Rob told you the story he found on ChatGPT. How do I prevent my parents from forcing me to do another reality show?
I love it.
And we're like, well, you can divorce us, I guess. But once they kind of laid that down, I wasn't going to push it.
Yeah.
And Rob did say this. He goes, look, I said, well, what if this is my only opportunity? He goes, if it is, that means the show's not going to do well. They'll cancel it and you should be happy you didn't do it. If it's an incredible success, they're going to come back and then we can and then now we know what it looks like and we discuss it.
See, that's
He's
why
like-
you got a winner.
Rob's very reasonable.
Yeah.
He's totally right? Like, it's a one or done.
Yeah, exactly. So
Have you seen what's going on with Soulja Boy and Kandi?
I have actually. I can't not see it. Every time I open my phone, it's like Soulja Boy's ranting.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
About Kandi, and I'm like, how did they even know each other? And then I saw Kandi responded.
I'm assuming she like produced
Yeah.
some music with him.
Well, no. I like went down a rabbit hole last night.
Shocker,
and deep
you.
dived this. I know. So basically what happened is Kandi had this guy, Charlie Rocket, who used to be Soulja Boy's cameraman on her podcast, Speak On It. And Charlie said that during the tour he shot for Soulja, he was like in college. Soulja was also like really young. This was like, back at like the height of
Soulja Boy up in this
So
hole.
watch me. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so he was like, during that tour, he hadn't eaten in days. He wasn't getting his per diem or his paycheck, and he wasn't treated properly. And the real tea that Soulja was pissed about was basically Charlie said, Soulja Boy called me into his room. We're staying at the Bellagio, and he wanted to make this really viral video. He said, come to my room. I'm about to order some room service. He orders $1,000 worth of room service. When he was done, there was so much food left over. I was excited. I saw some chicken fingers and was like, can I get those? Because I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. He hadn't eaten in days. And he said, yeah, have whatever you want. And then Soulja Boy got up and he spat on the food. And it was something that I had never witnessed before. But I'm very grateful for these moments because it taught me how to never treat people when they work for me. And he went on to clarify that he was like, Soulja was just a kid. Like, he was just a kid. But I'd never wanted to kill somebody before in my life. And then Kandi like laughed. Anyway, Soulja then went on Instagram Live and said he was going to sue Kandi and said, and Kandi, fuck you too, you little bald-headed bitch. Send me the address. Let me pull up and tell my side of the story. And later in the live, I guess people were like, not too much on Kandi. And they said not too much on Kandi. Fuck Kandi. Kandi then responded on Twitter saying, I heard Soulja Boy was cussing me out on his live and said he wanted to pull up. Well, I would love for you to pull up. Let's speak on it.
Wow.
So that's what's going on with Kandi and Soulja Boy.
She's trying to get him to show up on the podcast again.
Yeah, Kandi, we know Kandi is an incredible businesswoman. So she's like, yeah, get him on the pod.
And pull up is like a term for like
Come to the studio.
Yeah, we're gonna fight.
Like
Pull
paid
up.
on site.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to the
Like
studio.
on site,
throw
exactly.
hands.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
So Soulja Boy never denied it.
No.
That
he
story.
denied. He did deny the Charlie Rocket stuff.
But
he was
he
like
just went
that never
after-
happened. But he
But he focused himself on Kandi.
yeah, which I think he's mad that Kandi had Charlie on the podcast and also that she didn't check with him. But it's like
But also, like, what is his side of the story? Like, I am curious.
his side of the story is that never happened.
His side of the story is
Or
it's
what
none
if
of your
his side of the
goddamn
story
business.
is I got
He's
up out of
very lucky
bed.
to have this story out. Because last time I heard he was like bankrupt. He like filed for bankruptcy, no?
I thought he was dead.
That is a true story, by the
And Nick
way.
did say when I pitched
Nick
this.
It's like one of those like, oh, you hear a rumor like Adam Sandler died. Adam Sandler's
Yeah.
not dead, everybody.
Yeah.
Just keep putting that out there.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, the last time I heard it was like that song made him like so much money.
Mhm.
And then like he went bankrupt, which is I think kind of
Tale old as time.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
But so I think this might revitalize him a little bit. I'm sure
Yeah.
Spotify's hitting,
Exactly.
he's
Doesn't he battles on TikTok?
Does he?
Yeah,
Wow.
like the where you like go against somebody else and like people
rap-
who are watching give gifts.
They make money off of that.
Like rap
Mhm.
battles on TikTok?
Mhm.
Not rap battles
No,
necessarily.
no. It's like literally like
Spencer
people
Pratt does this.
compete. Spencer
Yeah.
Pratt did
Yeah.
it.
It's like,
you're
hit
like
the chat,
with
guys. Hit the chat.
yeah.
Dubs
One
in
more
the
line.
chat.
One more line.
Should we do that from The Office? Like
Dubs in the
No.
chat.
No.
Nobody's gonna
No.
give us hearts. or
Honestly,
No.
it's a really
galaxies.
bad look for anybody that
It is
like
bad luck.
was successful. I feel like because it's
Not
like
me.
panhandling.
No, I
I
don't.
feel like
think-
that's a fall from grace.
We don't
somehow.
even
I don't
need
know.
it.
Yeah.
Is that like OnlyFans?
No.
No.
No, it's kind of like
They also
worse
make
in
a
a
lot
different
of.
way.
They make a lot of money off of it, though.
Oh well, then I'm not.
But it's
mad
because
at
you're
that.
literally asking people that are watching you to give you money by giving
Yeah.
gifts. So it's
Yeah.
like almost like, I don't know, tricking, assuming they have no intelligence, that it's like you're still going to be paying to give them this lion.
They're like,
that
it's
costs
not
$500.
money, it's roses.
It's like fancy begging.
100%.
Mm.
100%. It's
That's
fair
not
enough.
below me.
It's considered internet panhandling.
Well, speaking
really
of
not.
making money, Justin, is it true that there are rumors out there that Bravo is offering Wendy Asefo a whole bag of money to air and record and film her entire court proceedings and her, the whole legal process of her arrest and alleged insurance fraud?
Yeah, I mean, I was reading into it, and I do think we need to take everything with a grain of salt. But like
Alleged.
transition from Kandi, I mean, good transition. Kandi was one of the highest paid housewives at one point, and the rumor or the statement is that Bravo will potentially make Wendy the highest paid housewife by paying her millions to have rights to air the whole situation. Who knows if it's true?
so crazy.
But if there is truth, I mean, Justin, when I first hired you, your big hot conspiracy theory was that DUIs in Bravo world are something that are sometimes allegedly planned to be monetized.
That was my conspiracy. I don't know if Crystal thinks that's real, but I just
Mine wasn't. No, I'm kidding. That's an interesting thing because I did think about them. Like, does Bravo? Because the original story was that they pulled Wendy's episode from
Mhm.
Wives Off, and now they put it back on.
hmm
So I'm like, are they initially upset? Are they like, oh shit, the people that we pay, this is a mess, and like, or are they secretly, not so secretly, excited about the potential? I mean, I know that when Karen got out of prison,
Cougar,
they
yeah.
filmed all that, right?
The pickup,
I mean,
yeah.
I would be interested in just watching those moments. So, and someone that doesn't watch that show, I can see Wendy's being compelling television. I mean,
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Bravo has a bonus structure.
mhm.
If you give us, we'll give you. It's a weird thing to incentivize
Crime.
crime.
Well, I also think Bravo does love a victimless crime in the sense that, I mean, it is insurance companies versus like
People.
defrauding the elderly.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, it is kind of interesting. And same thing with Teresa Giudice. Like they waited for her to get out of prison to have her back on Real Housewives.
Not to be a buzzkill, but when you rip off the insurance company, the insurance companies don't lose. The people paying premiums do. So just, you know.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I just
Tangentially.
I feel like Bravo
Yeah.
would platform
Yeah.
somebody in the sense of a victimless crime versus like
I
and
don't
even like
know.
Erica wasn't actually like blamed for it. It was more so about the earrings or like did she know? So I'm like, I kind of feel like it would be actually kind of interesting.
I don't
to
know. I think if
watch.
they do pay her and get her court case recorded, I'm still really, really rooting for my idea, Bravo, to do a full like Housewives court show, like Judge Judy style, with housewives in their court
crazy.
cases.
There's certainly enough content out there.
Yeah, and
Phaedra's the judge.
We know Phaedra could be the judge. I'm just saying.
I wonder though, I do think that there's some like legal barriers that like prosecution can put in, like that you cannot benefit financially
yeah.
if you're found guilty. Like I do think
Yeah.
that there's some kind of thing in there.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, murderers who then like want to write a book and sell. It's like you can't make money off of your crime.
But,
You can't.
but
Right.
some of them do though. But that's the thing. I was curious. I don't know how.
I think
that
it's either state by state or like.
Yeah, I think there has to be, it's like a part of whatever deal you make or something like that. But I don't know. That would be, I have very mixed feelings. It's terrible what happened. I just feel bad for their children.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, what were they thinking? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
thinking.
I was thinking they needed the money.
Yeah.
It's like, then stop buying Chanel. I mean,
Hey,
it's not that difficult.
I'm with you.
A jacket is $25,000. You don't need to wear that.
Or a jacket is $25.
That's right.
Mhm.
Put a Chanel, necklace on, and you're good.
Get a little iron on.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
I mean,
How
many
did you
things do
handle?
you
Just
need?
final question before we get into Love Is Blind, Crystal. But like we've heard from other guests in the Bravo sphere that like some housewives can go broke. I mean, maybe literally, maybe like just figuratively, when it comes to glam, styling, hair, makeup, all those things. Now, obviously, people can be thrifty, but how did that work for you? Did you feel that pressure? Did you pick and choose when you got glam? Did you just do it yourself and save a few bucks? Like, what was that like? And being in that world, did you see different people affected by the pressures and the costs of glam and styling for their appearances?
Great question. I dive deep into it on Humble Brags episode this
Periods.
week
Plug.
because we talk about Wendy. But there is a pressure. I remember when I started, when they officially said, "Okay, you're the next housewife." I started filming maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, and then suddenly I went into high gear of buying clothes. And I mean, I borrowed a lot of jewelry. The good thing about LA is like there's a lot of that available, which I don't think most cities have. They don't have access to like loaners and stuff like that. And because Rob's in the business, I had Mona May pull stuff for me. I had a lot of my friends pull stuff, but I blew through my salary within a month. I mean, it costs, you have to pay these people, glam, like it's not included. And they know, the Bravo knows that you're not going to just go there without makeup because you want to represent yourself well. When you film 4 months, 5 days a week, that adds up a lot. I would say like if I did like a home shoot, I would do my own makeup and hair because I'm like, about 30 to 50% of what you film doesn't air.
Mhm.
So that's another thing. So I'd actually track what aired and the clothes that didn't make it. So I'd wear it for the next
Yeah.
season. So I really try to do those things. But like, yes, there is a pressure, but I told Rob, I will not spend $1 more than what they're paying me. That was our thing. It was like, make this kind of experience a financial wash.
Mhm.
But I would walk in and everyone's wearing like head to toe Prada and Gucci all day long. I'm like, that is a $20,000 outfit. I'm like, are these girls making that much? Are they borrowing it? I had no idea, but there is a pressure because suddenly the audience, they all talk about your wealth. Suddenly you feel like you need to live up to whatever that was. No one ever talked about my money before, but now suddenly I have this like, everyone's talking about your net worth. and all these things. And you want to live up to it. You want to like impress people. But then I remember feeling also like if I go too hard early, I'm going to go broke. Like you really have to pace yourself. But I did a lot of borrowing. I probably bought a few extra bags that I didn't really need. But since I've stopped, I'll tell you, I've just completely stopped shopping again. So it does make you spend a lot more money. My credit card bills were much higher at the time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, before we get into Love is Blind, you guys have a big announcement of an episode of Humble Brag that drops next Monday. Do you want to tell the people, Crystal?
Oh, yes. I'm very excited. It kind of is celebrating our 1-year anniversary, which I can't believe it's been 1 year, you guys. I love you all. We have a very special guest, Academy Award winning actress, philanthropist. She's incredible. Octavia Spencer.
Wow.
And also big Housewives fan.
She's a massive Housewives fan. And I didn't, you don't really know who are closeted fans until you do a show like this. And then your phone starts flooding. I got random DMs from random celebrities, but it was Octavia. She goes like, first, I can't believe they even considered you and Rob. Second, I'm obsessed. And so she and her friends have watch parties. She would text me wanting to know the tea every week. She loves it. She's a super fan of like other Bravo shows, but she's very focused on Housewives. She was super excited to meet Cynthia. She has a new show on Food Network. She had Kandi on. Back to Kandi.
Let's go.
But she has her favorites. She loved the Garcelle Sutton thing. She was very bummed about that. I had to like kind of talk her off the ledge for that one. But you just never know who is a fan.
Yeah.
So we talk all about it. We talk about her life and journey in her career. But we really talk a lot about who she loves on Bravo, and that's a lot of fun.
It was very cool to have her in the office and meet her. It was a lot of fun. So that'll be on Monday. So be sure to check it out on Humble Brag this coming up Monday. If you're not subscribing to their show yet, be sure to do that. All right, let's get into Love is Blind finale.
Finally.
Where nobody
got married.
engaged.
It's
Married.
married.
It's crazy. I feel like
Yeah.
they usually have one couple.
Against their better judgment, get married.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is my first season. So I did not know that you go to the altar to say no. And the way they are meeting with the other moms, I mean, dagger to the heart. I think I said Mary, who was it? And I was like, my chin was on the floor. I had no idea that that's how they ended the show. But I thought I for sure thought Anton and Allie would.
She kind of had me sold too.
The
Yeah.
way Allie
What?
performed up into the moment she said no.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They
she's an
usually
actor.
all do though. Like even Calabria, like they all are kind of like, I loved you from this very
Baby,
moment.
baby,
You
hey,
look
baby,
so
sexy.
handsome. You look beautiful. The way that if I'm about to say no, I'm like you. As soon as those doors open, you'll be like, oh my God, she's saying no. Like you would just know immediately.
I have to imagine because I'm like, I just kept thinking to myself, why? They must get bonuses to get to the end. How do you,
don't
why
think
would you
so.
do that? It's
Well,
wild. It's
very
wild.
good, very convincing producers.
Who are like, you know what? Just do it at the altar. Just tell them.
I mean, I've told this story several times, and there is some truth to it. It's also, it's a little manipulation by producers, but it's true, which is like, listen, if you go on these shows, they all know that everyone's going, has a bit of a like, will I be a star question in their mind. And whether you are the breaker-upper or the being broken up with, your best moment is your most vulnerable moment, especially on these shows. And a good producer will remind cast of that. And it's true. Like it'll like the Megan and Jordan breakup, honestly, I don't know why they saved that for last because
Thank
it being
you.
on the couch was kind of like as soon as they cut to that scene, you're like, oh, they're breaking up. No.
It was so lackluster.
No, you're right. I mean, they're very convincing when you're in it and you feel like you signed up for. There's also like instead of the soft side. I mean, I've gone through this with other producers. They make you feel very nervous and scared. Like you signed up for this. There's a line out the door. I've gotten that line of there's a million women who want to be here. You better show up.
There's
And you're like,
also
oh
the
my-
perfect match of it all. There's like, hey, there's There are other couples. You don't know how much airtime you're going to receive. I've gotten that note from producers, but it's like, listen, if it ends up being boring, we may not air it. You know,
Right.
and it's kind of like I went through this whole fucking thing to like have it just be erased from existence. You know, like
Right.
which you should be okay with, but that ego, the whole reason you showed up for everyone knows that there's opportunity and money behind getting followers. And it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I've come this far. Fuck it. You know? And I think
I'm
honestly,
convinced.
it's not that hard to convince people to put on the wedding dress, put on the
Yeah.
tuxedo, and
So
go for it.
I'm convinced though. You're right, because I also didn't realize that they didn't show other stories. Like in my first season watching it, right? And I'm like, oh, there's all these random people there. So they probably themselves were going through this whole experience and they were totally eliminated from the show.
Mhm.
And probably no matter how hard it was for them in the real time, they're probably so devastated and pissed that their show wasn't aired.
turns
You know,
out
their
Allie's
story.
name is Ali all of a sudden.
Alini.
Alini.
She said it was from the
Alini.
start.
Alini
No.
Papini.
It was
Alini.
the officiant who, like, I feel so bad for these people because it's like this. If they do say yes at this altar and they get married, they better have their own wedding.
Do they?
They must.
There's
Just
been
like for
successful
personal
couples.
reasons. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it were me, I would, because like that officiant is someone that Love is Blind hired. Like they have no connection to this couple. They are reading lines off of a script and like,
For all they know, it's a real couple.
and also half of the seats empty.
Horrible.
They couldn't even
Horrible.
fill them with
Mhm.
extras. They just have a bunch of open seats at your wedding. And
At least have production get a head count.
It's
Yeah.
rough. It's so shocking people are willing to do the show. I'm grateful for it. I love it.
If I were to guess the reason behind that, Chris, the show creator, really wants to be as authentic as possible. And there's always a question, who will be supportive in your family? You know, is your family okay with this? Do they think you're crazy for doing this? And so the empty seats, I think, plays to that. Now, I think it's a bit unfair because everyone's family situation is different. You know, some people like don't have large families. Some people, have broken families. Some people, some of the reason for people not having friends and family showing up has nothing to do with the support they're receiving.
They
But
should just remove the empty chairs then.
I'm like, also, they're springing this on people's family members, being like, hey, so your niece is about to get married in 2 weeks to a man you've never heard of. Can you be there?
But I think to Nick's point, it's like the empty seats is like part of the story.
yeah, it's not
like
it's not lazy
dramatic.
producing. It's a choice. They
Yeah.
didn't forget.
It's a choice for
Yeah.
sure. And I also agree. I don't know if I'd want to see extras there. Like KB's, what's the guy? What's his name?
Edmund.
Edmund's like his mom didn't show up,
Yeah.
or
That made me want to cry.
That was for
That whole
His
their whole
teacher-
wedding, I
rough.
was like,
that was rough.
because we know KB like wants to do, like, she's works with people, she has patience, she has love, and it, like, just seeing her be like at the end, when after she walked away and looked back, she was like, I knew like that would hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
You just want Edmund to be okay.
yeah.
yeah.
You want
Yeah.
him to be okay, but it's
Yeah.
also like I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but the way that the wedding ended and with the like I love you and whatnot, like I thought that they were gonna still continue to date after the fact, and then when they finally got off the aisle, she was kind of like, all right, well, I wish you well, and then it was just like, oh,
Well, just him saying like that was my best shot, like I would never get someone like that. Like he was just saying things that I'm like, oh my god, we've all heard this before,
Yeah,
and like
has-
it resonates.
Has anyone ever decided, like, okay, we're not ready to get married after these 2 weeks, but maybe we continue our engagement? We like
I
hang
think
out.
so.
The
Oh,
people have
together.
definitely tried to date. I don't think it's ever really worked. I mean, honestly, the only person it really worked out with for a period of time was Raven, who we famously had on our show, and at the time was our most listened to episode. After then, she was cheated on later.
What was his name?
What was his name? I forgot. But they legit dated for a period of time, but they broke up.
Yeah, how did they end on their show? Did they?
I
did
think I don't know who said no. One of them said no. They made it to the altar. It was a very like heartbreaking ending. The families were very close. There was a lot of mutual respect.
Mm.
It was SK.
SK. But one of them said no. But they very much kept dating. And then he had like a whole second girlfriend. You know, it was a whole thing. So it has happened and it can happen. The moment Allie went in her speech, she goes, I have all the information we need to make a decision. And I was like, oh, you're breaking up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect match. is ready for her.
Oh yeah, she was like fantasizing about like the swimsuit she'll be wearing, and the way I'm sure this is obviously just. I mean, he was still doing it, but the way he was munching on the snacks and drinking that drink. So like, how are you so hungry with a broken heart? Like, I don't like.
Well, some people turn to food when they're feeling things.
Well,
I mean, but it was just like the way that they edited it, where she's literally sitting there being like, he's not healthy. He doesn't work out as much as he said he did. He drinks a lot. And then it pans to him and he's like shoving the chips.
Doritos and
he's,
champagne,
He's
you know.
drinking the champagne.
My favorite was him being like, she can't cook, she can't clean, she spends too much money, but she does have other qualities that I like.
This is why I can do wife swap. Can you imagine Rob listing all the shit I don't do? And then I'm just sitting there eating chips. Like, it's so rough. I mean, who would.
I felt bad for Allie.
For Allie?
I felt bad for her.
Why?
I mean, because I've been being pushed toward TikTok. She's very much enjoying the limelight right now. Like,
Okay,
don't feel bad.
No, I've seen that.
Is she TikToking?
Hard.
She is,
Every-
but seeing her cry and be like, take this dress off me, I was like,
Oh my God.
And when she collapsed
Fake,
to the ground,
fake,
no, I
fake,
felt
fake.
it. I felt it for her.
No,
See, I think it's fake.
She lied point blank to Anton's mom in tears, by the way, Justin.
She felt pressure.
saying,
What'd she lie
I
about?
love
Remind
your
me.
son.
Yeah.
I love your son. I'm gonna like.
You did such a good
You don't need
job.
to lie to his mom. It's like you're gonna go down the aisle. You're gonna say no. It's like the least you could do is like not like
agree.
make his mom have false hope.
Yeah,
like
she
this poor woman.
definitely had a producer saying, "All right, if you do this, you have a chance at that," and she was full on acting.
No, but I have a point. Like, what's worse? Lying to a mother on television? Well, actually, wait, hold on.
Yes.
No, wait, rewind.
Number one right there.
Horrible.
What's
The way
worse?
Justin will
br-
like commit to writing for a villain is awesome. All
Isn't
It
it?
makes sense. Let me have my soapbox.
There's an art to it.
right, let's hear Justin out.
I felt for Allie because like she's in two positions. She either breaks up with Anton to the mother's face on national television, or she just says no at the altar and walks away and looks pretty. Like, I think you look worse like breaking up to the mother. Like, saying it to the mother's face, I think you get a worse edit than like leaving the altar.
But she didn't have to say all that.
Yeah, she
It
was
was
like
a lot.
she teared up, and she's like, I think now that I have a son too, I see the pain in the mother's eyes to like watch
I
your
did feel bad
kid
for her.
up there getting publicly like broken up with,
Humiliated,
and it's
yeah.
like 20 minutes ago you told me that you were gonna protect my kid and love
Yeah.
my kid for the rest of his
Yeah.
life, and now you're up here pulling this shit. Like,
Yeah, but by the way,
Horrible.
she wasn't just like KB at least was like, I love you. Just, I'm not the person. She's like, you are not who I thought you were now that I've seen it. Like,
Yeah.
Like-
after gushing to the mom, like that's rough.
You guys aren't gonna like my fan edit that I made for Allie.
Fan edit.
Because I honestly, I think it was Anton's sister say like,
I play it?
Play it.
Fan
Like,
edit.
Anton,
Justin's gonna be
Listen,
Allie for
everyone deserves
Halloween.
fans. Like, you
I've
know?
never,
No, but
I've
the
never
fact that
made
he
a
has
fan edit.
time to make a fan edit.
I didn't. It was like
no,
midnight.
it was like 1 a.m. and Justin and I were
Yeah, he's allowed to have a life.
Here's the thing. It was because I saw Anton's sister say she's a cold hard
that
hard
was
fucking
crazy.
bitch,
Yeah,
and I was like,
cold-hearted
and I was offended. Like, I felt it, and I had to like make an edit.
She did.
Let's
That
hear
was
it.
ro- that
Let's
was
see
tough.
it.
It
The
was
sister, yeah, that was
Let's see
crazy.
it.
The sisters.
But I would have said that.
I would have said that too. She
Yeah.
is.
Ride for your
And
people.
I mean,
To
she's a
be
pretty
fair,
girl. She'll
she's
be fine.
fine. Too hot to handle. Perfect match.
Okay, I found it. I'm gonna just quickly like.
I've never made a fan edit, by the way. I was just like felt inspired.
Well, the way that so many people have gone after Nick and I, and you've never made us a fan edit, it says a lot about you.
I think if someone called you a cold-hearted fucking bitch at the altar,
I'm
I'd
sure
be
they
like, you
have.
know what?
Justin,
at the
it would
altar.
take you 5 seconds to find that online.
I have it here. You ready? Go.
Yes.
Oh my God, you got to post this,
I
Justin.
love it.
But you have to make sure that you're in the comments saying this is you.
Fake. Fake.
God haunts me.
I loved you.
I don't see tears.
It's the Botox.
There are no tears coming out of her eyes.
That's not true. There's
It was a little wet.
oh.
It
I
does
felt
make
it.
you feel something.
I saw real tears.
I did make one for KB, but I think it's a little misleading because I used Olivia Rodrigo and it's Traitor, I think is the song.
Oh my
And
God.
I don't think KB's the traitor, but I felt the pain.
Wow.
You know?
For sure.
I think KB just saw him at Edmund, right? As
Yes.
like a son. Like
Yeah, I
she
think
needed
so.
to like take care of him.
Yeah.
But she did the
The
same
worst.
thing. Like if she, like I get what you guys are saying about like waiting till the end, but it's like if you really do care about the person, like give them the courtesy of breaking up beforehand.
Listen, those TV producers are very good at what they do.
This was the one I felt like is going to affect him in real
Mhm.
life. Like she shouldn't have done this. She should have done it without the dress on.
Mhm.
I'm
This was
going to
the
play
stuff.
devil's advocate, though. It is a TV show, and they need people to walk down the aisle. What a shitty ending of the show if
she
nobody
did leave
did.
the altar walking with Edmund, and I feel like usually they split. And
Right.
like, for me, I was
Cold-hearted
like,
bitch.
I also did
No.
not, my eyes did not well up once during this.
She took one for the team. She's a hero.
Okay, wait. Can we talk about Sparkle?
Sparkle
Which
Like
Megan.
she's so unsparkly to me, like as a person.
I love Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan was my favorite the whole season.
Jordan
was-
silent crying when he didn't say anything and he just cried. I was like, oh my God. I
Fan
love that.
edit? Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
the single tear.
Yeah,
Look.
she's the villain.
Yeah, wait, Justin, why didn't I didn't see the Sparkle Megan?
It was
Jordan.
midnight. We had 2
Oh.
hours. I was like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I just found like her whole thing. Is she like that wealthy? Why is she acting like
She has to be.
I
from
mean,
Cali-
they talk like she is.
I saw somewhere that she's making like $800K a year or something.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that's not a lot of money. That's an incredible amount of money. But if you make $800K a year, most people, including Sparkle Megan, develop a certain type of budget.
That could be very wrong. I saw it on like a random Instagram.
What's crazy to me though is the fact that like she knew all this in the pods. Like, bitch, you know he was a dad. He told you so many times, like, life is different when you have kids. Like, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. So, like, just letting you know. And
Yeah,
she was
but
like,
she
I'm
had
fine,
to-
I'm fine, I'm fine. But that's just so. And then she like fought to meet Luca. Remember,
Oh,
she
that-
like cried and she was like, "So I'm not gonna meet him
I
before I
felt that-
walk down the aisle." And then
Yeah.
like you meet him, and then you're like, "Tell Luca I love him," or whatever the hell she said.
When
It's
he was like,
what?
my one regret is introducing her to Luca, I felt that. Because
that one? I felt
Those
Yeah.
were real tears.
yeah.
that was real.
Yeah.
That was real.
Wait, Crystal, I have a question for you about Sparkle Megan. What kind of car do you think she drives?
She drives a Range Rover. She already told us.
After all that, it's a Range Rover.
Just tell someone you have a Range Rover.
And I literally guessed that the first time first episode 1 of
She screams Range Rover.
She screamed.
All right, so
Range
she
Well,
has
I-
money.
While I
No.
definitely felt it, wanting to protect Luca. You know, as a
Mhm.
parent, you're just like, oh my God, introduce you to our kid. But like, Luca will not remember this moment. He won't give a shit.
Well, the
You know what
fact
I'm-
that's not true because it's on a national.
He's
television
older.
show.
Isn't he
I'm just
7?
saying, like, the way Jordan is reacting, and that's how I, like, to be clear, if I were in Jordan's shoes, I would have reacted exactly how he reacted, and I would have felt exactly how he felt, and I would have felt genuine regret for introducing, you know, this person I was dating. That being said, in reality, it's just not that big of a deal. Like, you know, it's
I
not
don't
going
know.
to.
I don't think that's like your position to tell him that. Like, clearly, he's very sacred about who he's bringing into his son's life.
But that's like a.
So the fact that like he had this woman where he clearly warned her several times of what this life would be like, where she then sat there and like begged to
Yeah.
meet his son. She introduces his son, and then in her breakup speech, she's like, "Tell Luca I said hi," or
Yeah,
"Luca's
yeah.
amazing," whatever the
Yeah.
fuck she said, and it's like,
Mhm.
Oh, on a personal level, she treated it as if it wasn't as sacred as he made it very clear to her that it was. I'm just saying, I think a lot of parents, and as a parent, I say this, is like it's almost as if like I introduced him to someone I thought was going to be a stepmom, and now he'll never see her again, and that wasn't fair to Luca.
but he
and
never
I'm-
said that.
I know
He
didn't
just said,
say
"I
that.
regret
But
introducing her."
I feel like it's implied.
I get what you're saying. I actually just think I think what you were saying is really that part was true. Is that she Sparkle, whatever her name is,
Meg.
didn't. I know it's like stupid. I know it's very catchy.
Sparkle.
Keep with Sparkle.
Yeah, that it wasn't as important to her, and that's why they're not together.
Mhm.
Because that relationship, while she's like, oh, I want to take care of him and raise him, be set, like she didn't really understand the magnitude of being a parent.
Mhm.
Well, she shouldn't because she's not.
Right.
But to him, that's his whole world. He clearly is like a guy that works hard. You know, he has a lot less money than her. You know, he's like whatever, the whole thing. And she wants her own big life. And she's like, yeah, I love your kid. He's
But
so cute. But it's like, so it's not a big deal. to
I
her.
do think Megan was between the 3 women who broke up with the men. I think she was the most sincere and actually evaluating the relationship to see if she could marry this guy. I think like KB early on, Edmund made it very clear, sweet man, great heart, not ready for what I'm looking for. Allie, I think, knew pretty early on, I can't marry this
When she
guy.
asked him about that tequila
Yeah.
bottle and that.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon
He
as
was like, tequila bottle?
she was immediately out, right?
Mhm.
And I think Megan, Jordan was a guy who very much wasn't her type, but had obviously a lot of great qualities that like she knew she should want to like, right? You know, it's just like, hey, it's what my heart versus my head. And like she had never dated a man with a kid before. She like needed to meet the kid in a way. Like I think she really searched her heart. And then by the time she got to the end, which was all the more like she didn't take him to the altar. I think it was more real for her. And knowing how this shit works, she had to fight with producers to like break up with Jordan the way she did. She had to like flat out refuse. There were meetings, people came in. There were probably several conversations with Sparkle Megan being like, hey, listen, what about this? And she was like, no. She definitely had to put her foot down. So
I knew it was over when she walked into his apartment. When she saw that Luca had his own room and that there was like a pull-out couch was where he slept, I was like, she's never going to marry this guy. Because I always say this about, people say, oh, how long, how are you and Rob still together? It's 23 years, what I'm like, love is like basic, but it's actually lifestyle. You have to agree in the way you live every day together, because if you don't, you're always going to fight about that, and you're never going to respect the person if you guys can't share the same values of your life and how you live your life every day. And I'm like, she walked in there, she's like, I just saw her face, because I'd be the same. I'm like, I'm not living here.
Yeah,
like I can't live this life. And so while I do think that she really did love him and she wanted to see if she could make it work and meet the kid and fall in love with the kid and whatever, it was like she was done at that moment.
You think it was that or the chicken smoothie?
Oh my God.
The chicken smoothie was psycho.
So crazy. Yeah, but the guy, it's like his life's like, she didn't like the way, he's like, whatever, I don't have to eat what you have to eat. And I understand in his mind, it's as simple as that. But she's someone that wants to probably travel the world, and she's a worldly person, and she wants to eat different things. And that's that'd be unattractive to me. If a guy was like, if Rob didn't want to like try food from around the world, I'd be like, we're out, because that's your lifestyle.
Yeah, I don't think it was as much the money as Jordan acted like it was, and more.
Well, I'm sure that's like a sore spot for him.
Sure,
like,
but the way
feeling...
he presented, or at least the way it was edited, it is as if he accepted mediocrity in a way that she did not want. It's like everything was comfortable, and obviously it was centered around his love for his son and being a dad, and obviously that's the one thing he made very clear, that he wasn't okay with mediocrity, which I totally respect, is like being present, being an amazing father, which is paramount and more important than anything else. But I think you can have your cake and eat it too. And he just always felt like average was good enough. And I think she just wanted to hear, whether it was about money or, to your point, Crystal, like just like adventurous, like, or just to have a drive for something, right? Having a drive to be a good parent, you could argue should be bare minimum. And like you do want a partner that can be passionate about something and have a shared mutual interest. And I think that's where she couldn't find that with Jordan.
It also is nuts. He's like, I want to like watch a movie, and she's like, maybe once a month, like maybe we can do that, but I want to be like out on the town. It's like that. Sorry, like you chose a man with a son. Like he's not going out all the time. He is at home cooking dinner and watching a movie and going to bed early. Like that's what his lifestyle is. He told you in the pods. So it is frustrating.
I do think too that like part of Megan's attraction to Jordan was that she recently lost her father. And I think that she felt like there was like a higher, like her dad sent Jordan to her. And so I think that swayed her decision very quickly. And I think that it kind of clouded some of the things that he was saying in the pods about his lifestyle.
Also, like it really seems like Jordan is a good guy with like high character. And I think she certainly saw that. And it wouldn't surprise me, as we all have exes who just aren't that, who are a little toxic, who don't make us feel as validated and loved. And I think she really struggled, because I think she saw a great guy, but it wasn't her guy.
Well, especially because the other guy she was going to go with was Mike, and he was like literally toxic central.
I'll never get over his comments about health and diabetes.
Yeah.
He really thought he was the shit.
He did.
Yeah.
He's
it
part of a club.
I thought they were a good match, but then when he like talked to her at that like cowboy bar place, whatever, I was like, this fool looks dumb.
Oh. Well, there is a reunion. I think they announced that. Yeah, yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? I'm very excited.
It's entertaining.
There's a couple of like past cast audience questions. Like there's like a performance or two randomly.
I hear it's going to be juicy. Hopefully not that juicy because we will certainly have some Love is Blind cast members following the reunion. So
Wait,
what?
we have not spoken about the news that came out today.
Tell
What
us
news?
more.
Meghan has a baby.
Sparkle Megan?
Is this confirmed
What?
though? I thought this was a rumor.
Sparkle Megan is pregnant, prego, with child? Has a child?
Wait, Us Weekly. Love is Blind Sparkle Megan spotted with mystery man and a baby after season 9 finale.
Unconfirmed if this is
Okay.
her man and her
Oh,
baby,
that's Us
but
Weekly.
she was
Come on.
spotted with a baby and a man.
It's
She
like
could have been in
it's-
line at a Chipotle.
They're a well-respected news source. Nick.
They did a Desperate Housewives photo shoot with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They know what they're doing.
No, I read that. I kind of was diving into it this morning because I'm obsessed. You guys, I'm obsessed with it. But it looked like, I mean, they
the
filmed.
U.S. Sun.
Oh, another
journalists.
reputable.
Yeah,
Journalists.
US Sun, of
But you know, they
course.
filmed this a year and a half ago, so I was like,
Oh, no, it's totally possible.
It says an
Okay.
infant though. Like, can you have like is infant the right age range?
Mystery man and child in the same photograph.
They're
Okay,
also
fine,
not
they-
even. They're also not even in a picture together
Yeah.
on this site.
It'll
There's
make a
picture of-
headline, but it won't necessarily be true.
all right, fine. You guys need a little too much confirmation. I'm gonna believe it.
I remember when it was during the pandemic, I went running often as I did without a shirt, and the paparazzi somehow, I don't know, were bored. So I was living in Venice at the time, and they were out. That was a great shot of me, and the headline was Nick Viall running nearly naked, as if I had decided to go out streaking.
But they weren't wrong. You're
Yeah.
out riding nearly naked.
In a way, for sure.
So
One of my favorite headlines.
once again, that's confirmation, and Sparkle Megan has a baby, and that's all. That's my tagline today.
Sparkle
all
Megan
right.
has a
Well, we know,
baby.
Crystal, you got to get going, but thanks for coming on. Come back more. Watch some more reality TV.
I mean, I'm stuck on it. It's a true joy to watch the show. It's like so much fun, and I can't believe that I get so many. I think 8 seasons.
You
But
need
I
to
get
watch Temptation Island when it comes out.
That sounds horrific.
Right
Just the title.
right after Age of Attraction.
What is Age of Attraction?
That's
Oh,
our
That's
show
our new show on
that we're
Netflix.
hosting
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Ageless
Is it out yet?
Dating. No.
Ageless dating.
2026.
Oh my gosh! Okay, wait. Can I? I'm gonna have a lot of things to say about that show when it comes. I'm very excited.
It's very good.
Thank you guys for having me. Thrilled, and I can't wait to come back and watch Humble Brag because I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna talk about the reunion
Okay.
and
Do
whoever
it.
special musical performance.
Well, you can catch Crystal and Cynthia on Humble Brag, and be sure to check out their episode this Monday with the iconic Oscar award-winning Octavia Spencer. She joins the ladies this Monday. All right, up next, we have the hilarious Becky Robinson, also known as the Entitled Housewife. She's got a new special coming out, and she is coming in studio to make you laugh out loud. That's next.
Here is the thing about cleaning products. We use them every single day on the counters where we prep food, on the floors where our pets and our babies walk. But here's a question. It's easy to miss because there are so many products out there claiming to be clean or natural, but often they still contain ingredients linked to hormone disruption, skin irritation, and respiratory issues. And in the US, cleaning brands aren't even required to list every ingredient on their labels. So you could be using something harmful without even knowing it. Branch Basics is redefining what it means to be transparent in the cleaning industry. This female-founded brand is on a mission to eliminate toxins from our homes, starting with the products we use every day. The premium starter kit comes with one powerful concentrate that makes everything: laundry detergent, bathroom cleaner, glass cleaner, even pet wash and produce rinse. Yes, really, one plant and mineral-based formula replaces it all, and it's safe for babies, pets, and anyone looking to reduce exposure to harmful chemicals. When Branch Basics says human safe, they mean it. Just check their ingredient list. Head to branchbasics.com and use code VIALL for 15% off your starter kit. Again, that's VIALL for 15% off your first order of a starter kit. I love their all-purpose multi-serve cleaning concentrate to spray obviously everything in my house, but especially River's high chair, because I'm constantly just like placing food on the tray of her high chair. And I don't want to be using some sort of chemical that like she's going to now put in her mouth. And it just gives me such a peace of mind knowing Branch Basics is safe and also still cleaning everything to the degree that I want it clean. So are you ready to kick off your back to school reset? Head to branchbasics.com to shop the premium starter kit and save 15% off with code VIALL at branchbasics.com. That's 15% off your new Branch Basics Premium Starter Kit at branchbasics.com with promo code VIALL. Start fresh this season with products that are safe, simple, and actually work.
Big purchases do not have to come with big headaches. Car Gurus makes it simple to find the right car at the right price, providing everything up front from deal ratings to real-time price changes and complete vehicle history, because your big deal should also feel like the best deal. Car Gurus sends you alerts for new listings and price drops on cars you're looking at, so you get notified immediately. When you are ready, Car Gurus connects you with dealerships that you can actually trust, so the process feels clean, simple, and stress-free. We know how stressful a car buying process can be if you're going to the right place, and it sometimes feels like there's an unlimited option. Sometimes, depending on inventory, it feels like there's limited options. Regardless of the situation, Car Gurus will set you up for success. Car Gurus puts you in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, with the tools, information, and data-driven deal ratings that let you shop your way. No wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That is CARGURUS.com. cargurus.com. Well, we've heard Natalie rave about Skims. She has, I think, everything they've made, and that's because they're high quality. They also look great on her, if I'm allowed to say that. You've heard me talk about them before, and I'm going to talk about it again. Skims men's underwear is the best underwear ever made. You're going to want to get some for yourself or for your man. It makes a great gift. Treat him right. Also, he's going to look great at it. They're form-fitting. They make any body style look sexy. They look great. They don't bunch up. They're made with incredible material. They last. And you know how men, want to hold on to their underwear like it's a second child. At least make sure that underwear they're holding on to lasts forever. And Skims men's underwear will certainly do that. Skims came out with their cotton 5-inch boxer briefs, and it puts all the other brands to shame. I'm a Skims loyal underwear wearer, and always feel good wearing them. Natalie loves them. They're really incredible. They also have their 3-inch stretch boxer briefs that, when I want a little bit more movement throughout the day. A little less fabric for a little more free and easy living. Shop Skims Men's at skims.com. Let them know that we sent you after you place your order. Select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Becky, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me.
That's good to be with you.
Yeah, same.
Where should we start?
Your first comedy special? How did you come up with? There's just so many questions. Entitled Housewife.
Yeah. It's first special's coming out on Friday.
So exciting.
I'm shitting myself.
Are you?
A little bit. Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen it, though.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I fucking hate it. When you watch something so many times that you're like, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Just editing it and
Sure.
you're like, use that angle on that face.
So true.
No, I'm really excited. We turned down all the streamers and ended up making it ourselves. I paid for it. I directed it. I produced it with an all-female badass team. And so we got to make it exactly how we wanted. And it's coming out exactly how we wanted. And I'm really excited.
Well, what made you that's obviously amazing, first of all. You really obviously must believe in it and believe in yourself. But what was that? What was that? What was that kind of that thought process of saying, there's these opportunities to work with the streamers, and I'm sure part of that process is every streamer has their rules and their way, and I'm guessing, while all great, you had a belief in yourself and you were betting on yourself.
Yeah, I had to. It's kind of, I've always done characters and stuff. I've always loved Sacha Baron Cohen and Eric Andre and stuff. And for some reason, I've been doing stand up for about 15 years and characters the whole time too. But for some reason, there's always been confusion. Why the characters? Yeah. Why are you dressing up as a young boy? Why are you playing young Hillary Clinton or anything? And I just think, I don't know, we all have a lot of personalities, especially women.
Literally.
We go through a few personalities a month.
A day.
A day. Truly a day. So I just kind of was the only way we can really make this exactly how we want, with like half of it is the character, half of it is me as myself, and then there's like a sketch in the middle. I'm like ripping through Boston, the streets of Boston on this custom golf cart, like
So
past
funny,
Fenway
yeah.
Park. It has this golf cart has like wine racks on it. The wine bottles are everything's breaking, and yeah, everyone was kind of like, no, especially for your first stand-up special, people have a lot of rules, and like it has to be this long, and like no, just you or just the character, and none of the sketch. Like no one definitely would have put the money up, the amount of money needed to make this scale of a thing. So since I've kind of been on tour for like the past 5 years doing this character, and all the people that have supported me and like paid to come to the shows, like this is for them. You know, I was able to make it because of them. So I was like, I want to give it to them the way they deserve to see it.
So you were rich.
Well, it's been lucrative. like the character was birthed out of like one of my darkest fucking moments, and I just never thought like this would have happened. It just
Ordinarily, I wouldn't pry about your darkest moment, but like I do want to know how she came to be.
The Entitled.
Yes.
I mean, did you guys get a little down in the dumps over the pandemic?
Yeah.
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 Sure. Yeah.
Not at all.
Nick was living in Venice. We had just started dating.
It's just weird. Like I had
Hooking up.
I had some personal highlights during the
Same.
pandemic.
For
so
sure,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, the world's burning. It sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get that. Yeah.
Next, just like strap on a pair of roller skates. What are you guys so mad about?
I knew the world was
Freaks.
burning, but I was like, it's just like, I don't know, everything.
You're like, I'm having a good time. I'm cozy.
I got
And
immune to weed during the pandemic.
I would say I got immune to booze, but
No.
yeah, I was doing like the morning Merlot.
Yep.
Like,
The morning Merlots, that's tough.
yeah, it's tough on the teeth.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
we weren't supposed to leave, but like, if God forbid you walk out of here, you're like, your teeth are brown.
Yeah.
You know? You're like, yeah, I've tied one on this morning.
We used to call that George Washington teeth. Yes, when it looks
Wood.
wooden.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So the pandemic hit, and like, you know, I'm used to doing stand up every night and performing and having that outlet. And I grew up in tough cul-de-sac outside of war-torn Portland. My sister and my parents still live up there, and my sister was an ER nurse. And so she was like, you should probably come home. I don't know if mom and dad are going to survive this. They're both kind of like high risk. Dad's large man. And so I went up to Oregon, and I was like helping my sister out for a bit, just like, you know, she was like, I could die, whatever. There was like no PPE. Remember?
Right.
It was
yes,
like
yes, yeah,
dark
yeah.
times in the hospitals there. And I was kind of helping her for a little bit, and then I started spiraling and like drinking every day. I cut bangs on Instagram Live.
Wow.
It got dark.
You felt
Real
real
dark.
Wait,
Real dark.
were they even?
No,
Of course
no.
not.
They were like Tanya Harding, like
That was a wild time. I also shaved my head. It was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Why
I gave
not?
myself
Yeah.
layers.
you did.
Yeah, I think it worked out, but like, there's no one to judge it, so
Yeah,
who knows?
layers are fairly safe.
Yeah. You can fuck them up, and they still kind of look okay.
Yeah, just meld them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I eventually got like really, really down and like drinking to the point of like, oof, this is like kind of scary.
Yeah.
And my sister was like, I've got patients to take care of. I can't deal with you as well. Like, you should go to mom and dad's. And so she like shoveled me out over there. And I went to my parents, and they were just having the time of their lives. They were like, golf is all we have. And my dad was golfing 3 times a day. And like, instead of wearing a mask, he was wearing a golf glove on both hands.
Mm.
And my mom was like, fuck this. I don't want to stay inside. I want to go to the Thirsty Lion and have a White Claw with girls. And so she's had a lot of health issues herself. She has like breast cancer and a brain tumor. So she gets turned off half a claw. And she
Yeah,
was
she
just
earned it.
like,
She did.
yeah. And so I was watching them, and I was just like, you guys are out of your damn minds. And it just kind of inspired this thing. I had packed a bunch of wigs to go up to Oregon anyways, and because I knew I might have like a mental breakdown.
As you do, yeah. Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case. Let's bring some toys. And they left the house, and one day I put this bob wig on, and I went into their closet, and I found a polo and a skirt and a visor and my dad's Oakleys, and I threw on the AirPods, and I just looked in the mirror, and it was like, I just started improvising, and I was like, Scott! I started yelling at a husband I don't have, and these 2 fake kids, Dashiell and Maccabee, and I truly laughed for the first time in like months. And I started filming myself because I am a bit of a narcissist at the end of the day. And I was like, maybe I should put this online. And I thought, no, you can't do that. It's dark times. And I took an edible and I was like, fuck it.
Yes, that's what that's. Yes, gave you all the power.
I was like, if it made me laugh, maybe it'll make. I showed my sister and she was like, I think it's funny. And so I posted the first video and it just like blew up. And I just never, all these like Chris Pratt DM'd me and was like, if you're making a movie, I'm playing your husband. And so now we've been working on a movie and it just has like turned into this amazing thing. And so, yeah, after that, she was birthed, and it kind of like birthed this whole like entitled sphere during this manic episode. And I don't know, people have just latched onto it. I made them laugh, and I don't know. Housewives and just women. I've met so many amazing women now, like just international, like even in Dublin. And yeah, it's just been this amazing thing.
That's one of my favorite parts of your stand-up special, actually, is the panning to the audience.
Yeah.
And it's just like everyone's got a wig, everyone came dressed, ready to go.
Yeah.
Everyone brought all their wigs to Portland.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone comes dressed as the character, which is really fun. Like our first tour date, we didn't know what was going to happen, and it was just unhinged. Like visors descending on the cities, and like, yeah, we have to call 911 at like a lot of the shows, just because, you know, it's like a multi-generational thing too, which has been really beautiful. Like a grandma will bring her daughter, and they're like, this is the only thing we get along about is your character, and they'll come, but then like the grandma will get too lit, or like she'll take an edible for the first time, or like some mushrooms, you know, and fall down the stairs. And so it's been a wild, fun thing. But I think the show also just gives like they're like girls' night out, like gives people the permission to just be like, we're getting fucking like
I feel
wild
like
tonight.
you have raised the like cost of visors. Like I feel like they were definitely. No one was buying them.
Yeah, about
it was
$20.
We were very confused, honestly, of why they were invented in the first place.
For sure. Never a good look. I mean,
it doesn't really make a lot of sense because you can still see the man's bald spot, you know, and I feel like that's what we're using it to cover it up with.
It accentuates it.
It does. It really accentuates it. It's like a nice corset for the bald spot.
It is, yeah.
Not a corset.
Has your golf game gotten better?
It's a tree skirt.
Yeah. A tree skirt.
It has. I always was like, golf is too serious. My dad is like a huge golfer, like played in college and kind of just like takes it very seriously and is like, we don't drink. And I was like, you know, no.
Dad.
Yeah, Dad. This is because it's such an unpredictable game when you suck or you're good. But yeah, I've like fully joined a country club. I like play all the time. It's really good for the mental state.
Yeah.
My
dad was a golf pro for like his whole marriage with my mom, and it's probably why they got a divorce, because she was like, you've moved us to every state trying to be a pro golfer. Like, we've got to stop.
Yeah.
And at one point he was the 11th longest drive hitter in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, strong.
How is Scott doing?
Oh, Scott, you know, he's on the decline.
Is he?
He loses everything. He doesn't listen. You know, he's just a man.
Have you pulled any inspiration from some of your reality TV housewives?
You know, I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
It's so funny though. How you're like,
did Katie tell you that I did a cameo on your season of The Bachelor?
Yeah, someone told me that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was your season. I think it was. Did you guys do a thing where you acted out breaking up?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was the trained actor that came in to act out for you guys how to do that.
That's when I got punched in the face.
Yes.
Yes.
You got punched in the face?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, slapped.
Slap.
Really hard.
Yeah.
punch and slapped you.
And they didn't tell me, and she wound the fuck up, and I heard a crack. I honestly thought she broke my jaw.
Was there words leading up to that, or did it just begin with a slap?
I don't
remember.
think this is.
But they all had to like fake break up with me.
Yeah. Wait, how did you get the call to do that?
Yeah.
My friend was like a friend of the producers, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing."
You
know, I was like living in West Hollywood, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm right down the street." And so we did it, and I just remember it. Like I had been on a couple TV shows since. I mean, I was on Wild and Out, like, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing my parents were very proud
Love.
of. They were like, "Really? You're gonna be a battle rapper?"
Love that. Honestly, that was my show.
Oh, really?
That was my shit.
Okay, that's Alabama.
Yes. Yes. Love me some Wild and Out. Would watch all the clips on YouTube because I didn't have
Oh my
the money
gosh.
for cable or whatever it was on.
Yeah. Matt Rife and I were like, we were on in the same season, and And then, but that small thing, I was on an episode of that. It was like 10 seconds long, and everyone from home was like, "You've made it!
Yeah.
This is seriously it! Like you're fucking famous."
People are posting
I was like,
pictures of you and them in like high school and being like, we were besties.
I knew her.
Yeah.
And the girl I was living with at the time was trying to get on The Bachelor, so it was huge for her.
A
And,
dream of mine would have been to be a Wild and Out girl. Just
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
ones who was like
Same.
there standing.
Yeah, I was like, you guys are just
Hot.
so hot.
Like you wanted to be a groupie?
No. They had like their own, like, it was kind of like Ring Girls, you know?
Mhm.
It was like
Yeah,
their own
like-
version of that. I wouldn't call them a groupie. It was a job.
Part of the show.
They
sorry.
were employees. So
It was SAG.
yeah, they were sad. Thank you.
Did you stay for the whole date? Did you watch
I
after
think
you after you
so.
performed?
I remember at first being like, shit, he's tall. I didn't know you were like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
And there's a real celeb factor to that,
Yeah. Is it still your bio? His bio for a long time on Instagram was taller in person.
Yeah.
Because that would be the first thing people would say to me.
Yeah.
Very creative.
And then, because I always, like, when someone says that, I was like, oh, so you thought I was uglier.
And now they're like,
That's a nice way of
yeah.
people saying you're better looking than I thought.
Yeah, being like,
Let
wow,
you
you are
go
taller
there.
in person.
They're like, oh, I wasn't a fan. Oh, but
Is
you're
Scott
taller.
tall or short?
What does that mean if a lot of people say to me, you're shorter in person?
Oh no.
I think it's different with women.
no.
Totally. No,
Totally.
yeah.
This is not
You go,
good.
you align that with being hotter. So I'm a
So I have a couple of
For men,
questions.
yeah.
So you were a lesbian for a while. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about that?
Also
at all?
happened during the pandemic.
Not
Just-
anymore?
No. Well,
Never know.
once you no, it's very like opposite. Yeah, I don't know. We had so much time during the pandemic. I was like, why not?
Right. You're like, might as well try out everything.
Yeah, I've got all the time to listen to this woman's stories. And I don't know. It was I did a lot of sports growing up, but I was never like, I'm for sure bi. And then I just like got a crush on this like girl. We were like at a bachelorette together, and I was like, everyone's so loud at bachelorettes, and she was like kind
So
of
true.
quiet. And I
You're
was
like,
like,
she's mysterious.
who's this?
Yeah.
See,
I
that's
wanna know more.
dangerous.
The mystery
The
of it all.
mystery, yeah, it never ends well.
It starts with a look, right, Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out she was just fucking quiet.
Yeah.
Period.
There's like nothing
She
there.
just didn't speak often. But it was, so we dated for 3 years. We lived together. And
Of course you live together.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. That happened
That's
way
a
too
given.
fast, as they say.
What was the timeline of the living together?
2 weeks.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
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 Her idea or yours?
Hers, because she was like,
You got recruited.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was petrified.
She's
but
like,
I
this
was
is what we do.
The sad
Yeah.
card and the gay card. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I was like kind of on tour at that point, nonstop also. So I was gone a lot. But then going home, I'd be like, oof. I would like wait at the airport a bit longer because I was like, I don't want to go home.
Oh, you know
Mm.
about that life.
What's that?
Like just staying at the gym because you just like didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
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 I've been in relationships where I was about to walk in the door and I was just like,
Yeah.
here we go.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
I like to think that you got to the door and you're like, fuck, I forgot the groceries.
Well, it's not just, you hang out at the gym, then you
Yep.
sit in the car in the driveway for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad.
and you stop at the door.
You eat in the car.
Yeah.
No.
Brace yourself.
So we just were polar opposites. And there's so many people that are like, that's what makes it perfect.
Yeah.
And I was like, in some cases, yeah, but like, I don't know, not for maybe just like also being two women. I don't know. She was just very
Not
healthy.
for the little stuff.
Not for the little, she was so
Yeah.
healthy. She's like
Oh.
vegan. And I was like,
Oh,
I'm a
no.
Taco Bell gal, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's just like, what do you want me to make for dinner? Fucking bark chips?
You
God.
your diets have to be fairly similar.
Yeah.
The content like your day-to-day entertainment needs to be fairly similar. You
Yeah.
you can't negotiate TV shows and dinner every fucking day.
Yeah. The food just became such a big thing that I like, I was like, I'm the fat dad. Like I'm the fat father in the relationship. Because my dad used to like eat McDonald's before dinner and shove it under his car seat.
Yeah.
We'd be like, Dad, can I clean your car? And then we'd find it and
Some
we'd be
french
like,
fries.
yeah. I'd be like, now I'm Steve-O. I'm the fucking father.
I did that in elementary school. I used to like hide sandwiches I didn't like.
I did
Yeah.
that too when I was
Where
little.
did
And
you
then one
hide
time,
them?
and then like a garbage bag, and I hid it under my bed, and then like it was like got real gross.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that too as a kid, and I got caught. It was her rice-a-roni. I
Yeah.
would stuff it into like,
Rice-a-roni?
you
Like,
know
I would
that,
never touch
wild
bologna.
rice?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bologna sandwich? No, fuck
Yeah.
right off.
Mm-mm.
No.
I actually just saw someone on TikTok. I guess their like teenage daughter wouldn't clean her room, so they made like homemade rice poop, which just looked to be like black rice.
Oh my
and
God.
like sprinkled it around in their room. And then like she's like filming her and she's like, oh my God, what is that over there? It's a rat poop. And the girl's like, "Wah!" He's like,
That
well,
would
you
do
need to
it.
clean your room. So
Yeah.
you've got rats.
And not only rats, shit.
And also shit.
The biggest difference between dating a man and dating a woman.
The mind, like the intuition, the smarts, the caring.
Did you get
Yeah.
away? Did you get away with more dating a man?
Yo, everything, yeah. That was the reason I was like, I need like a simpleton. Like I need a guy named Spencer that's just gonna fucking sit there. I was literally like, I want someone to treat me poorly.
Someone who doesn't want to ask about how I'm feeling today.
Yeah, and she would look at me and she'd be like, your energy's off. And I'd be like, I can't do this. I
Yeah.
can't do this.
I
You know?
can't. No, it's truly.
I
But
just
like
walked
also
through the door.
such a good person.
Right.
But that was hard too, because I was like, now I have to be extra bad. Because I can't live up to that. So I just missed, and like, I don't know. And you become such like friends that it was like sexual, you know.
I respect you too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like a working relationship, you know, like it feels wrong.
Yeah, and there was so much hard. Like we both got Teslas, and I was like, between the Teslas and the vibrators, all I'm doing is plugging shit in. Like, I'm exhausted.
And it's like you remember to plug in the vibrator, but not your Tesla, and now you're
Yeah.
pissed because you can't drive anywhere
Can't
the next
leave.
day. You can't
Yeah,
leave.
go
You're stuck in the
anywhere.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually was thinking about that this morning. Because Nick and I share a car, and
Not where I thought this was going.
and-
And can I share a car?
we share
Love
a
it.
car, and I was running late this morning to my doctor's appointment and had no gas. And I was thinking, like, the fact that he did not.
I got a
Think
text.
to-
Yeah.
The car has no gas. I
Yeah.
ignored it.
No, he didn't work. And you know how I sent that text? Siri, send a text to hubby, heart, hand heart emoji. I have no gas.
I don't see a hubby in your contacts.
Oh,
There's no hubby in your contacts.
Not Siri roasting you right now.
Sorry, Siri literally just roasted you. That's crazy.
You're like, well, I'm a lonely bitch.
I'm surprised mine didn't go off.
Yeah, no, but I was thinking, like, if we had a Tesla, we would never remember to plug that bitch in.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like, we
never.
would constantly be like, it's dead. Oh my
Yeah.
God, there's no, we can't
She
go anywhere.
did.
We're
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah.
It's looking like an Uber Black XL day.
The amount of times Nick just like moseys into like next to my desk and he's like, hey, my phone's at 2%. I need to be able to get home. Can I plug my
yeah.
phone in?
Yeah, could never.
Always.
Dating
Yeah.
a man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
Plugging
like,
in my phone is a chore. Like,
I
it's up there with
agree.
drinking water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drinking water.
what's crazy is Nick doesn't plug his phone in at night.
that's.
I don't do that
insane.
either.
Isn't that crazy?
It is it's hard work. There are some small things that make no sense that in my brain, I'm like, I'm going to procrastinate this shit.
Is that because you have to have it right next to you when you sleep, or just because you're like, no?
There's a part of me that also likes to see, it's like, you know how like there's a Seinfeld episode about this, like the gas gauge, like how
Yeah.
far can you
Mhm.
go on empty?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of that. And I think in a lot of men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
And I think there's some deep rooted
I
childhood
think the
trauma.
opposite is deep rooted in us, because whether we're with a man or not, we know that we're gonna have to, do that for you as well.
Exactly.
So we're like, we better
No,
have our
I have
shit in order.
placed a charger right on his nightstand.
Yeah, no, I would say once a week I plug in it at night. And there's a
Just
charger
doesn't
right
use
next
it.
to
You
That's
should-
the bliss of the new phone, though. You don't
Yeah.
you don't have to charge it for like a couple days.
Really?
I feel like if I don't plug my phone in at night, like I'll miss an alarm and then something serious happens. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
like one time of that, and you're like,
Well,
I do
I'm the
that.
one who sets the alarms every night,
Oh, that's
and I'm
good.
also the one who has like the
Not
the
the-
Nana
we
on
wake,
our baby.
We wake up, we have a daughter, so like
Yeah.
not like a get up alarm, like house alarm.
Yeah, house
Right.
alarms. I'm in charge of setting it, and I have the worst intruder syndrome, so I am like
Oof.
on that shit like nobody's business. And we put like we have sliding doors. We put like the poles up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's good.
We're like really in it.
To do that.
What were we talking about? Why did I get into that?
Plugging in phones.
Mm.
Just men and women and
Yeah,
men.
just
The
how
difference.
different we all
You should
are.
probably get him one of those like MagSafe ones where you just like plop it down.
I think he probably
I'd
still
find a
would.
way not to
He
use
would-
it. I'd put
yeah.
it next to
Yeah.
it.
He would set it beside it, just like he does the hamper. The clothes are
Yeah,
right
there's
next
there's
to
a
the
hamper, and I don't put it
Clunky.
in the hamper.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
was
is
the other
crazy.
thing. I feel like whether or not how similar you are, like every relationship has a lazy piece of shit and like an obsessive compulsive clean animal,
Right.
like that just you
Right.
kind of fall into those And in my I've always been the clean one, except when I dated a woman. Like I would clean the dishes and she'd be
and
back
it makes
there
you feel
scraping
like
them.
shit.
Yeah, and I'd be like, okay, I'm filth.
I'm
Let me
trash.
lean into it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you lean into it, and you're like, well, I guess I don't have to clean anything up. So why,
Yeah.
you know? So I kind of get it.
Anything you're most nervous about releasing this stand up? No, nothing.
I mean, I put so much money into it.
Yeah.
Just like I jokingly was like to my dog this morning, I was like, you better be prepared to not have wet food for a while.
Yeah, it'll be kibble only,
It was a big
Sacrifices will be made.
and it will be with you, starting with you,
starting with you, sweet
you
pea.
little mutt.
You little designer golden doodle fuck. Not gonna get groomed for maybe 2 months.
Yeah, you're gonna be romatted. Okay,
A couple
romatted.
dreads gonna come
Well, I
in.
think you're going to be okay. You got Chris Pratt. You may,
Truly.
reaching out.
I
You
hope
got-
so. I hope people like it. It was so fun making it, and I do kind of feel like the more you trust your gut and you're like, I believe in this, and like even I took a risk, and like the lighting people came from the music industry. They like work with Billie Eilish, and my female producers were like, this isn't normal for a stand-up special, and I was like, that's what I want.
Yeah,
I want it to be different. I want it to look like, because the show is a big party, and then after they were like, that was the move. Like this is sick, and so yeah, I hope people just like it, and I hope I don't know.
I think it's going to be great, and I think the best comedy is one, obviously, like that is relatable for the masses, and
Yeah.
the Entitled Housewife, I think, is that just relatable to everyone, and obviously women, but men and specifically, because like also in men, because like we are, right? I think pandemic till now has created a bunch of like. We become everyone's a narcissist, but like, it's like, so are we. And, we all become these entitled kind of self-serving pieces of shit. And like, I think your character is a very funny way of looking in the mirror about kind of like how ridiculous we all are at times. And I think
like,
that
let's own it.
Yeah. And it's a fun, you offer a fun way to laugh at ourselves. And I think that's the best kind of comedy.
I try, Yeah, it's fun now because a lot of the men come to the show and they're like, I'm Scott.
Yeah.
And they like lean into it too. They're like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
love.
Well, if they don't know already, where can people enjoy your comedy special that comes out this Friday?
So it's going to be at entitled.BeckyRobinsonTheGreat.com, and you just stream it. And I don't know when this comes out, but if you pre-order it or if you get it once it's out, we shot
Thursday.
a documentary.
It comes out tomorrow, so
Oh,
for
perfect.
people listening.
Yeah.
We shot a documentary leading up to shooting it,
Fun.
just in like all the anxiety and stuff that comes. There was like a tour date. We all got norovirus. It was like running
my
off stage to
God.
change into the character and like throwing up and just going back out on stage and like pussy popping.
As you do.
As you do.
As you do.
As you
First
do.
of
Well,
all,
the link is in our show bio for anyone interested. So copy and paste. Check it out.
Or if you go to entitledhousewife.com, you can navigate to it there too.
This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me. guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Come back.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Thank you to our guests, Becky Robinson and Crystal Minkoff. We are back next week with a jam-packed week, including a Going Deeper episode with the iconic Brittany Bateman from Salt Lake City. It's an episode you will not want to miss. If you haven't listened to the Brooke Schofield Going Deeper that dropped yesterday, be sure to do that next. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back on Monday. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.